Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
What's up, Robin?
What's up, brother?
The voice of bodybuilding, the new voice of bodybuilding.
I don't know why you guys say that.
Because your voice is different, man. It's like it's probably the deepest voice that we got.
I don't hear it, man.
Oh yeah,
maybe it's just like from podcasting.
maybe
that podcast voice.
I think when you're done with your career, competitive career, I think you might have to host the Olympia or something like that.
I don't know, man. I think it's all from the roids because my voice wasn't that deep when I was like a teenager.
Yeah. Would you actually do that? Would you consider doing that, hosting like MCing shows?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to be part of the sport for as long as possible in any way possible. Whether through coaching, whether through even volunteering at shows, just being at shows. Because it's a good environment, man. Like I always feel so good when you go and you see people that are like-minded. Because we go to the gym, but it's a different environment. It's like when people are like done with their shows and they get a chance to talk to you, you can tell they're all like lit up, and they want to get your feedback. And when you give them that 5 minutes, it makes a big difference to them, And I feel like we know when we were coming up in the sport, we didn't get treated by the pros the same way that the pros treat the people now. So,
exactly.
If I could stay involved somehow, I would for sure.
I feel like we wouldn't even try because there was like a unwritten rule almost. Like if you saw pros at gyms, like you wouldn't go up to them. You wouldn't be like, "Hey, bro, what's up? Hey, I'll follow you." And it wasn't that kind of thing. You kind of just watch from the distance. Like, whoa, there goes that guy.
I have so many stories of just meeting the Canadian pros. The Canadian pros were, especially the Bens and the Fuads, they had like a really intense rivalry all with each other. So none of them were really cool with each other. They were kind of all like always very competitive. And then individually meeting them the first time through, it's like they didn't see me. You know what I mean? It's like they were introduced to me, but they like saw right through me and they were talking to somebody else. And even as a pro, some of those guys, they still treat me the same way, but then some of them change their perspective. Like I ended up getting a chance to train with Ben Pekulski multiple times actually, and that was like a really cool experience. I fucking love that shit, man. To get taught what intensity is, to train with someone who's been on the Olympia stage. I mean, that was like I'll remember that forever. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you know what? I gotta be honest, man. I don't really like that. I don't like when people treat you different because you're doing something different. I understand that if somebody's like a pro or high level bodybuilder, maybe there's a different level of respect because you understand how hard it was to get there, right? Like you can relate, like, okay, this guy is hardcore because he was able to come up the ranks. But I like to watch how people treat everybody else, right? Yeah. The way I look at it, when I'm in the gym, 99% of the time, I'm always gonna get love because I'm gonna be one of the biggest guys at the gym, right? So somebody might be cool with me or treat me good, but I kind of watch how they act toward other people. Because some people act like complete dicks to other people, and I'm still not gonna fuck with you. In my head, I'm like, you're still a dick just because you're nice to me because I'm bigger than you. Doesn't make you like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I like to respect people based off their character. As far as what you do for a living and all that, that's cool if I can relate to it. But who you are as a man to me is always first and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I hear you, bro. 100%. I mean, I've heard you guys talking about this and I agree very passionately, man. I think it's very important for us as bigger people to be aware of the impact we have on people that look up to us.
Yeah.
Right.
And you see, like on the podcast, sometimes we have bigger names, not as big names, whatever the case is. But first and foremost, we have to all, as a group, respect the person as a man. And we have these conversations like in our group.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, Zay? What's up, Carlos?
Gentlemen.
Yo. What's going on?
Yeah, me and Robin was just talking about how when he was younger, amateur, sometimes the pros didn't treat him the best, and then sometimes after you become pro, maybe they treat you a little different. And I'm like, I don't really like that, man. Like I feel like this is a grown man. Like you should show him respect. As long as he's showing you respect, you should show him the same level of respect, regardless. But I get it. Like
Yeah, no doubt.
when somebody climbs up the ranks, maybe you get a different level of respect for them. But I don't know.
I think it's the competitive nature too. It's like when you see someone else that you see as a rival, you in some way, you're comparing yourself to them, right? And depending on how you feel about that, if you're a little bit insecure, then you might feel a certain way about that, right?
Yeah, exactly. What's up, gentlemen? David, Stu.
Yo, can you see me?
What's up, man? Yeah, I can see you. You're looking big, but
David.
you turn the camera around for me, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Carlos, yo, Zaid. I wanted,
Good
I
to
didn't
see you.
shave because I thought that you want to be here, Zaid, so I'm more Habibi.
Oh yeah.
You know what, David kind of looks, Arab a little bit. I can see David if he grows like a long beard, he could pull it off, right? You see
What are you
it.
talking about, dude?
Yeah,
No,
he said
you think
not at
so?
all.
With a beard, you don't see it. I can see it a little bit, man.
He
You're
looks
so white,
Irish.
man. I don't see it.
I don't think the Poles would appreciate you saying that about them.
Mm,
When I know
nah,
they're
bro.
Polish.
No, we are not that. We're not that way. We
Oh,
respect everyone.
further east, they're more like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
What's up, Carlos?
Oh man, ain't shit, bro. Just chilling.
How's
Long time no see.
yeah. You're looking
What's up?
slim, man. You're looking slim
Oh
over there.
man, thank you, bro. Yeah, yeah.
How
It's
is
the heat, it's the
Brazil?
heat down here, bro.
Brazil.
It's the heat. It's good. It's awesome, man. It's just I'm a northeast boy, man. It's wintertime. It's hot, bro. Like it is. That's like different down here. So no, but it's good. Everything's good, man. The training is great here. We're training with this guy named Marcelo Cruz. He's like the head trainer of all the athletes and under darkness, and he's a taskmaster, bro. He'll kick your ass, but it's good. Like we're doing some things I've never done before, running 2-a-days. And training's just been amazing, bro. It's been great.
Like Brazilian Charles Glass?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say Charles Glass.
Is he going to pin your calves, though?
What are you doing on 2-a-days, man?
Hmm?
How you splitting up a 2-a-day? That's
Well, it's not every day, but like I'm training back twice a day on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So rows in the morning, pulls in the evening, and now we're splitting up the legs. So quads in the morning, glutes and hams in the evening.
Yeah,
And
you
then,
should
like,
focus on
chest
your
is
legs
just, like-
more.
Yeah, you need more legs,
Yeah.
Carlos. More
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah, man.
How's the
I mean, I gotta catch
digestion?
the fucking Nextzilla and shit.
Yeah, by the way, about
Sorry,
Nextzilla, aren't you going to compete against him in New York?
I don't know if he's
Stu is
going to New
too.
Is
York.
he gonna be in New
I
York?
heard that he is.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, Steve put up that picture of him, but that was a while ago, and we thought he was doing the Arnold. So
Yeah.
doesn't
Hey,
look
Stu.
like he's dieting. What's up?
Your video's a little choppy. You giving that Android phone action a
That
little bit.
240p action. Hold on.
Yeah,
Plug
yeah.
this in again.
But yeah, back to Carlos. How's your digestion? Because you have colitis, I believe.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I've had the first few weeks here were a struggle, just like trying to find like certain like white fish that I could eat and stuff, and it was just kind of like it would upset my stomach, and the stress of the 2-a-days caused a mini flare up just because like it was just so much training that I haven't done before in like a day, top of cardio and everything, and it was just like all that stress. That physical stress just caused a mini flare up for me, but we got it under control. That was about like maybe like 2 weeks ago. It was not not a good look. But we got it under control, and then now things are much better. Like digestion's on point. No issues right now with my colitis. Knock on wood.
So,
So we're just gonna keep things rolling.
when you have a flare up, how does it? I mean, obviously, it's fucking with your stomach and your intestines and so forth. But how does it like manifest in other parts of your body? Because it's probably like a whole big inflammation response, right?
Yeah. So it's more like water retention too for me.
Okay.
I get like, I mean, just imagine it's just like inflammation. So, and like on top of training, it just compounds. So like it just kind of looks like a softer look in the physique, you know. And my sleep was impacted a bit. My sleep was impacted a bit here, trying to adjust to like the heat and things like that. But it's been much better, and things have been really good. And I actually had my doctor rush down, you know, just like make sure I have my medication on me. I take mesalamine. It's just basically an anti-inflammatory. So I had doubled up on my doses just to make sure that anything that was coming up, I just kept it off. So yeah, so we're good. We're in the green. Things are rolling.
You ever tried
doubling
shark cartilage?
up on doses. Yeah, go ahead.
What's up? Sorry.
No, I was saying, you ever tried shark cartilage, Carlos, for digestion?
No.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
I haven't.
Good stuff.
So
Yeah.
heard.
And Nigerians love it.
It's this
But look
shit.
at it. Look at his legs. Just look at these quads for a moment. That's insane. That's insane. Who
Yeah, that's
has
why
the
he
best?
does them twice a day.
Yeah. I thought he was doing it twice a day. So okay, who has the best quads in bodybuilding right now?
I mean, those look pretty fucking wild. So they're up there, man.
It's Nexzilla, man. Obviously, it's Nexzilla. Everyone says it's Nexzilla, so it's Nexzilla.
I wouldn't say Nexzilla because he lacks detail.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
How do we judge it though, right? Because do we
Size
judge
or
like
detail, or is it a combination?
Everything.
yeah, and if it in correlation to the rest of your body? Because I guess Nexzilla's proportions, because he's not the widest guy, you know, and he doesn't have like the biggest shoulders on his body. Listen, it's big regardless, or anybody's body's big, but I feel like in proportion, his legs do look the biggest. Carlos looks a little bit more balanced, but his quads are just stupid. His hams too, actually. So it's hard to judge it, right?
Nexzilla's hamstrings from the side are like, they don't really drop, and Carlos's do. Like really
It
well.
drops a lot.
So
yeah. It's hard to
But
judge
the
who has
overall
the best
legs, or are we speaking only about quads?
I think
Yeah,
Carlos
that's a
wins
good
both.
question.
Honestly,
think
in terms
I
of
think
like
so, actually.
shape and
I'd
balance.
say even when we speak about the quads itself, Samson would have win versus.
Yeah, Samson
Nexzilla.
looks pretty crazy right now.
You think
Yeah.
so?
The detail.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the detail.
Considering the
Detail's
detail,
looking
he
crazy right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the detail's looking really crazy right now.
I guess the more balanced you are, it doesn't stand out as much, even though it's still.
Yeah,
Because Samson's physique is really balanced, even though his quads are fucking huge.
like
you know?
Ben Pekulski had like crazy legs, but it was kind of disproportionate, right? But his legs were stupid.
Yeah, he was wide enough up top to pull it off. You know, Carlos is pretty wide though. You know, okay.
Let's say Carlos is more complete than Ben.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have to agree with that.
Ben
Yeah.
never had really good arms or back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. And Carlos, you're doing New York for sure, right?
Yeah, New York is a go. It's 2 hours away from me, so I'm gonna get back. You know what I'm saying?
And Detroit is before or after New York?
like a month before.
It's a week after the Arnold Brazil.
Would you consider?
Yeah,
No, go ahead, Carlos.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, would you consider doing Detroit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to knock out the Brazil first. The first two shows I had in mind were Brazil and then New York. And then depending on how everything goes with like Brazil, then and we can get back home soon enough because I'm leaving actually not too long after the show. I'm leaving Monday. I land on Tuesday back home, and then yeah, it's a possibility. I wouldn't write it out for sure, especially with that
Carlos,
prize money getting up there, bro.
Carlos, have you seen God Vito in real?
I haven't seen him yet. I've seen him. I was at the gym that he trains at Ironburg where we train the legs, but I haven't seen him in person yet.
Yeah, because I'm interested. I think most of us are interested how he looks in real life in comparisons to those pictures, especially to the ones he stood next to the sea.
Yeah.
Also, Carlos.
It's just Beatty, by the way. It's not all of us, David.
Hey, but like if you see in the comments, everybody in the comments they're kind of suspicious about the proportions as well. But he could just be that crazy,
I hope he is.
But I was gonna say to Carlos about the okay, did you announce it publicly that you're doing Brazil? Because I wasn't sure if that was public knowledge.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm down here, bro, and we're doing it. We're doing
You heard it
it.
here first, folks.
Yeah, we heard it here
By
first.
the way, you're there with your senior, right? With your father.
So yeah, no, my dad. No, he's not here.
I saw some pictures. I thought it was him.
Oh no, he was. That was from the last time we were here. For the that was from back in September. No, he's coming. He's coming. For the show. But no, it's just me.
Your dad is so cool.
He's
man. Your dad is the coolest,
like,
Carlos.
He's like your biggest.
He's the mayor,
right?
Yeah, I remember I met him down in Vegas
man,
last year.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's going to be at the Arnold, Ohio, doing his thing. So if you guys are there, look out for him.
I think
He's
there's
have a drink in his hand.
Guys, by the way,
nowadays
we have nowadays like more family members being involved. Nick's mother is like his biggest fan. She was even being interviewed by Ron Harris, I think. Carlos' father is his biggest fan. So lots of support coming nowadays from the family members to bodybuilders.
Yeah. Okay, so about Detroit, the prize money is up, right? I see 25K for first place. Stu, it's looking juicy, Stu. You know what time it is.
You let it go, man.
You should have started your prep like a few weeks ago, man. Damn.
That's about food, bro. Yeah.
We gotta stop, man. We gotta stop doing this. We gotta stop doing this.
I really am curious to see how this show is going to be run, like backstage and all the little details.
You know what, man?
They promoted Canadian shows in the past.
Yeah, honestly, Stu, I think it's going to be run extraordinarily well because from all my experience with Fuad's show, say what you want, but he puts on a good show. Even for the regionals, he always treats the athletes the best. In fact, Fuad was the guy who wanted to give out more prizes for years. He's been trying, and they've been shutting him down. And he's done things where he's like giving out Beats headphones, and he's done like just giveaways, just throwing out tons and tons of supplements to the crowd and the fans. He's been very generous. So I definitely applaud that because a lot of the regional shows, they don't get that. And even the national shows here sometimes kind of lackluster. So or maybe he still promotes like a regional show in Canada, right? In like right across what the fuck city is across the water from Detroit? It's Windsor, I believe that
okay, and he lives there, right?
He lives there, yeah. He's in Windsor, yeah.
Okay.
His show is usually in Toronto though.
How far?
Hey, Rob, where does the Doucette?
Only 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where does the Doucette lives, Rob?
What's that?
Greg Doucette?
Where does Doucette lives?
I don't know, man. I've only met him once.
I don't think he wants anybody to know where he lives.
No. No. Sometimes I see these guys sometimes at Pure. Like I saw Lane Norton.
Yeah.
Took a picture with him. That was pretty cool.
Lane's
Yeah,
been around forever, bro. I mean, he was like one of the original like YouTube science guys, like
Yeah.
fucking 10 plus years ago.
Bodybuilding.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Writing stuff.
Like Lane Norton. I saw Omar Youssef. These guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
This
yeah, he's
getting-
OG. He's an
Yeah.
OG.
Real OGs. Omar was so cool, man. He was like the nicest guy I ever met. Lane was like in the zone. He's like, "Hey man, I'm like getting ready for a max deadlift. Can I take a picture with you in an hour?" I'm like, "Yeah, no worries. I'll be here." Then after he was like,
Remember what was the? Do you guys remember what was the first like program you used from the, for example, bodybuilding.com? Because
It was Lane. It was fucking Lane's, and I told him that. I was like, "Dude, I use your program when I want."
Chris Gattins one.
Yeah, dude, like he knows his shit, you know. Like that was good information back then. Holy fuck.
Yeah, for as far as the science guys go, I think Lane's pretty on point with stuff. Like
100%. Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with his work, but yeah, he's not like a you know who, and he's condescending and thinks he knows better than everybody.
Yeah, but actually, you know,
He's
when it comes to studies and reading them and understanding them, Lane is actually like, as you said, he's not being stubborn or something like this. He sometimes even says that studies only show us a way, not the certain black or white, you know, not the certain the thing that should be done.
Yeah. That calculator though, I mean, that gets you in shape, man. If you follow that whatever calculator, bodybuilding prep calculator you put out in bodybuilding.com, it'll get you in shape, man, you know, as long as you put in the work.
Yeah. I totally forgot to post a question sticker on Instagram, but no worries. We talked about
I got one. I was just thinking
David,
about it.
are you competing soon? You look really good. I saw your post.
I'm off season now, like 8 or 9 weeks more, and then I will start the prep. Before I will, by the way, I will visit the Egypt, by the way, first. And I wanted to go to Dubai, but some things fucked up. I've got a question, you know, if you would pick a one movie character that each of us could play, like for example, Beatty picks Zayd, which one would it be?
Wait. Pick a movie character for Zayd to play?
Yeah. Like for example, Beef could be Batman.
I can see that.
Huh.
Batman?
Oh,
I was just making an example, you know, because I would have him more like a Joker.
I like the Flash.
Flash.
I don't care if you like the Flash. Who would you be a good casting pick for? I
don't want to say it. It's a bad joke.
I've got a good joke. What was the small ones when they walked in the Lord of the Rings?
Oh,
Hobbits.
Hobbits, yeah.
Damn, you see me as a hobbit? Fuck, man, that's messed up.
You could be
Pippin, on, man.
The disrespect.
Let's make the rounds then, gentlemen. All right. Oh wait, the Kuwait Pro raised the prize money as well, no?
Yeah, it was already high.
Where do I even see that? Is it what page would that be on? I want to see that price.
Dubai Pro, right?
Mid 45 because they're bankrolling the IFBB apparently.
Really? They got money. They got money like that.
Yeah, I mean, so look at some of the people they're sponsoring. Man. They got Nick. They got a couple. They got Flex Wheeler. A couple older guys.
Just goes to show you it doesn't take that much to get more prizes.
Baby, go to Dubai Pro. Dubai Pro.
Don't they have Jordan Hutchinson?
Yep.
Dubai Muscle, no, Muscle Show. Dubai Pro.
I think it's Muscle Show.
Hunter Labrada too. Hunter. They said that Hunter's going to be at their booth at the Arnold.
We doubled it. Up,
doubled it,
and to the right.
But are they going to say what they doubled it to? Okay. Yeah, first. No, I heard it went higher, didn't? Wait, classic men's. Oh, men's physique gets 25 grand.
Yeah,
Holy
men's
shit.
opens at the
Holy
bottom.
fuck.
If men's open gets 40 grand, man, I could do something with 40 grand.
Fifth place still gets 2.
Mhm.
Fourth and fifth still get the same amount.
That's okay though. For now.
That's not even a ticket to Dubai.
Yeah.
Wait, why does men's physique get 25 and then 212 gets 15?
So,
Because of the size.
and classic gets 30. Where did they
Yeah.
come up with these numbers, man? The 212 is going to be crazy competitive over there because all those, Middle Eastern Arab guys are going to come over because there's a bunch of freaks over there that just can't really compete in the States. Sometimes they do the Euro shows, but
Are they going by popularity? Or I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Seems like it.
They have to become a popularity.
212 getting 15 is crazy. Less than men's physique?
Yeah, the drop off is
half of
wild.
classic.
That's wild. That's
They got
wild.
at
Gotta
least
hide
bring
your
the
legs.
12 up to 20.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a 212 guy, I would just come in and do men's physique at that point. Throw some
I don't think it
shorts
works like
on.
that.
That's rude as hell. But I mean, listen, at least they paying them some good money. So
I kind of
This-
wish maybe this is just cope, but like I wish they would kind of spread out some of the prize money a little more evenly over the placings,
yeah.
because like 40 grand for
For
first
sure.
in men's open and then 2 for fifth. I mean, you're not
But
even
it's
paying
the
for a
same
ticket.
as, it's kind of same as Olympia. First is, 400. Second is 150.
Yeah, it falls
Or
off a cliff, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
the point is like, there's more money, but it's going to go to the, really good pros who are already winning shows and
Already making money.
Yeah,
making
yeah.
shitloads of money with
Yeah,
contracts
yeah.
and sponsorships and whatever else,
Yeah.
That makes
It's
sense.
like
I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to take off
Yeah.
5 grand from the winner and spread that out, right?
Yeah. It'll be
exactly.
something, I guess. And I totally understand the sentiment, like, just be better, just win a fucking show. Yeah, okay, we're trying, but like fucking Carlos, I'm
Easier
not
said
beating
than done.
Carlos in New
Right.
York. I'm sorry. Like that's crazy.
yeah.
Hey, bro.
There's like at the
What makes
Olympia,
it too.
it makes more sense at the Olympia because there's so much money that even if it falls off the cliff, it's still 250, right? But when you have shows that are paying 20 grand and then it drops down to 1 grand for fifth place, it's kind of a slap in the
that's
face.
wild.
You give somebody 1 grand is crazy, 2 grand is crazy. I think 5 grand is like minimum. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the story when Arnold won like $500 or something like this? And he said that it's shit money.
No.
He won like Olympia or something like this, and they gave him like 7,500, something like this.
In
I
the
mean,
70s, that's a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Buy a fucking house with that back then. Jeez.
Yeah.
They had different
I mean,
contracts back then.
$700.
They had like the weeder things going on too, so they were making a lot of money in other ways too.
Yeah.
I thought Arnold was
Otherwise.
yeah. I thought Arnold was doing like flexing for oil and shit, like flexing with
We
oil.
don't talk about that.
Oh yeah.
They only get you so far.
Don't tarnish the legacy of those great men.
Hey, they paved the way, They paved the way for us. But I like Arnold. He's a G. He did what he had to do, man. He did what he had to do to get what he had to get.
Like big picture, like the issue with like ideally you'd be paying all the professionals who even show up to a show to compete, right? Because like, you pay everybody on the NFL field, even if they throw 3 interceptions or whatever, right? But like the issue is that it's so diluted now with the number of people with pro cards that like it's gonna be it's not even doable.
That's a fucking problem. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's make the rounds then, gentlemen.
Beatty, you didn't answer the question, Dave's question.
What's the question?
The question about the movie character. Everybody else has figured it out. Carlos and Beatty, you guys didn't figure one out. Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, who am I gonna be in a movie?
Yeah.
I never
Booker
watched
T?
Black Panther, but
I could,
Nah.
Booker T.
I could be Booker T. Booker T. And like a biopic. I could definitely pull off Booker T.
You know, actually, I'd put you on the Godfather as the Godfather. Yeah.
What? Why would I be Godfather?
Yeah, it would be like you come to my house for the fentanyl now.
Oh man,
The fentanyl Godfather.
people actually think I sell fentanyl.
That joke's never gonna die now.
No,
it's on, bro.
it's a good thing. And then it looked even worse because
I don't know.
I had like my text messages leak, and some of the messages look suspicious. So they're like, "Huh, hey, what you doing over there? Pushing fentanyl?" I was like, "Nah." So I probably that what it looks like.
And selling fentanyl on Instagram is crazy, dude. Like, even Beatty's not that dumb. Man. Come on,
man. Oh shit! Why did I do that? I just pressed the wrong button.
I don't even know.
All right, what about Carlos? What are you gonna pick? Movie character?
Movie character? I don't know. Jax from like Mortal Kombat. Always fucked with that character.
That's good. I was just thinking Blade. You know Blade? Remember Blade?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Actually,
Blade.
Jax fits you properly. Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's a good one.
You have bigger
actually-
arms than Jax, actually.
He does.
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah,
training
cosplay.
Blade. I was training the actor playing Blade.
Which one?
Mahershala Ali
The new
is
one?
gonna be the new Blade.
Mahershala Ali? Really?
That's my ex's cousin. Believe it or not,
That's pretty fucking
that's my
cool,
ex's
man.
cousin.
Small world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small world, man. All right, let me pull this up.
So you can't be Blade then. You can't be Blade. You got to pick something else then.
I think I'd probably be like John Candy.
I can see
Who's
you
that?
being Martin Lawrence from Bad Boys if you shave your head.
Me?
Hold on,
What?
Stu?
Beatty.
Stu or me?
Baby.
Oh, I'm like, what? I'm like, Stu, for real? I'm like, holy shit. I can pull that off. Yo, I think Antoine is looking really good, man. I think he's looking his best ever, if I'm being honest. I feel like his upper body caught up to his legs, and I think he pulled back from legs. Well, he said he pulled back from legs to give him more like balance, and I think it's working. His upper body looks really good. He looks really balanced, actually. I don't think I've ever seen his upper body look this full and round while still being hard. Look at this. Look at his shoulder. Look at his chest. He didn't have arms like that before. He didn't have chest and shoulders. I don't know. I feel like
And
he's his game
he's
up.
deceptive too,
Yeah, he is.
because he's
Fucking
tall
Peeled.
and he takes
big,
up a lot of
yeah.
space.
He's freaky
on stage.
big. Yeah, very wide. Like imposing stature for sure.
You know, guys, actually, when we speak about the Arnolds, it's like each of them stepped up their game. Holinshed looks insane. Samson looks great. Hadi is going to look great.
Yeah.
The reason why I
Alright.
keep on getting up is I got a pressure cooker over there that's like making a bunch of noise. So
Even
make
Rodriguez
sure it's not going to
looks
blow
great.
up.
Yeah.
Even
don't-
Rodriguez looks great this far out.
He does. He does. Now, granted, if it was somebody else, we would probably say they're a little bit behind, but we know how Rodriguez gets down. So I feel like for him, he's actually way ahead of Fiju. But yeah, I'm liking how Antoine's looking.
Antoine does look pretty crazy because I've seen him evolve over a couple of years now. He never looked like this in person. He never looked this like the graininess that finally came through. He's always had a little bit of a hard time with the conditioning from his back, like not his lower half really, maybe his glutes a little bit, but mostly his back. But now when I see him, it's like, fuck, man, your back's in, like you're ready to go.
Rob, don't you think that it was a matter of flatness?
No, because they'd fill him like crazy, and still, I think it was just getting the right conditioning.
Now, but in the end, because now they are keeping him full through the whole prep, and before they were like, actually getting him really, really flat and feeding him out only at the end of the, of the carb up and so on. And now he looks full the whole prep. Actually, they seem to be finding the perfect strategy for Antoine.
Yeah, it's basically just he's getting the ability to have a time each week to relax. So he goes and he has like a 35-ounce steak, and then that's his like cheat meal. And then when he has his next meal that has carbs, then he just like basically he's like passed out, plus all the fat and the protein from that steak meal just seems to work really well with him. So I feel like Dorian will probably try to do that at some point with me. I mean, it's just steak and a potato, right? So it's not really like a cheat meal, but I guess it's the idea of going out and just having like that day to relax. So then you can like reset your cortisol. And personally, what I see with Antoine is the guy is never resting. So the more you can like program him to rest, the better he's going to do. Because normally he'll just go like above and beyond in terms of like how much exercise he's doing. Training people all day.
Then he's so much activity, 2 hours. Bro.
Yeah, then he's doing yoga for an hour. Then he's posing for an hour. Shit. Then he's training people again. It's like, dude, you have to chill the fuck out on a prep at some point. So I think they got him to chill out a lot earlier because they weren't worried about getting him in condition. I think that's why it's working so well this time.
Is he just kind of like that, like hyperactive, like he's got to be doing something?
Oh, yeah.
Strikes me that way.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when he was in the prep back, like 1 year ago, he was like making lives, making the crazy 1,000 stories a day and so on. It was so fun to watch. Now, as you said, he has first of all, more focused mind on the bodybuilding itself. And second, he has this free time when he can just, cut off everything. And that's maybe the point, which someone needs just to, shut the fuck up and lay down.
Yeah, he found a balance for sure.
Well, he looks fuller. He looks way fuller, especially upper body. He looks fucking great. All right.
35-ounce tomahawk steak.
God damn.
35-ounce tomahawk.
I want to see a picture of that.
I think he posted it.
Good.
I got to see that one. But yeah, Justin, like I said, for most people, this wouldn't be like shredded at this close. But I do feel like for Justin, this is ahead of his. He changes a lot in the last day. He changes a lot. So I think this is a great Justin. He got that pop back because he was losing that pop for some reason. He wasn't looking hard, but he also was looking a little flat. He got that pop back for sure. And
he's crunching his abs on the front double. That's new.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's the first time I can see his hamstrings actually.
Yeah, in the past he would hit it like Sean Roden. He would like tilt to the side, but now he's more straight on and he's crunching down. And honestly, I think it looks better, right? I think it looks even better.
Yeah, it gets taper. It's nice.
Yeah,
he has like a little bit of a tilt, maybe like a 5% tilt, but barely. He's just flexing. Some people's weights get smaller when they flex. Some people's obliques pop out and it looks bad when they flex. His looks better when he flexes, actually. I like it.
I will make Stu annoyed. Imagine if he would do a vacuum.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him in the vacuum.
I think that would look like dog shit, honestly.
This is let's see how the solid back. Looks good to me.
Does he have a coach or is he winging it?
He's coached by Ahmad Askar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Imagine having a coach in Kuwait, but you're in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's the difference there.
That's gonna be something else. Okay, well, Justin's looking good. Keep doing what you do, Justin. Who else doing it? You guys think Justin? You guys think Justin can be top 5?
No,
well, yeah. Anything can happen, right? He can be, but will he be? Is the thing. Who am I looking for? De La Rosa.
De La Rosa.
Oh, yep.
Okay. So, did he post anything? Okay.
Yeah, he did, and if not, then Patrick has.
Does his legs look a little down to you guys?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same, but
thank you for saying it, so I didn't have to be the first one.
I mean, yeah, and not
Yeah.
not to be. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be mean. Just in general. Just I feel like his upper body looks really big, but I feel like his legs. Because he used to have. I feel like he used to have really good legs. You know.
You know,
Yeah,
he's
he
always
did.
side.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold
From
on.
the side, though, from the front, if you recall, because he was against Justin Shire last year, yeah?
Yeah. What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
What
From the
up?
front, he did.
Oh,
His
Yo.
legs didn't look.
We got
Someone
we got
there?
heavy. We got
Who
we
we
got
talking
Nick.
about?
Oh, we talking about De La Rosa.
Oh,
It looks like yeah. It looks like his legs might be slightly down, but he looks great though.
yeah, I think he looks great. Are we
Yeah.
doing an Arnold prediction? Is that what we're doing? Or are you just looking at people?
we're just doing
We
a
just-
regular make the rounds.
Yeah, making rounds. Yeah,
Check
I mean, he
on
looks
who's who.
He looks good to me, but a little
He's
bit
actually
maybe,
flat, very flat.
maybe his legs will fill out as well because he's always had great legs. I felt.
He did. I do think they're a little on the downsides a little bit.
Yeah, well, John is the man. He's one of the nicest people I've ever known. So
Oh, I love John. He's
John's
supposed
cool,
to
bro.
I wish him the best. But speaking of flat legs, Horse MD.
He lives. John lives in Florida now, right?
Yeah, but he's from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronx boy.
I've been to his
Did you
gym
guys-
actually in Florida. It's a really, really nice gym.
Is it still open? He has it currently.
Yeah, it's still open, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. All right, Horse MD. I got a
It's a
question.
nice flat spread.
I got a question. If your back can look this fucking crazy in a lat spread, how can it not look good in a back double? You think it's posing?
I feel like that's common for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Does it look that good? Like it looks wide, but there's like
I mean, it looks thick
thickness.
down here. Look at this.
I
though.
feel like I'm the opposite.
That's the trick of the light.
You feel like your back. Oh yeah, Nick, your back double looks better than your lat spread.
I'm the opposite.
That's strange. When I see this, I think it's posing because for a long time I would hit a back double and I would pull my lats too forward, so I would hide my lats. But if from the front, my lats pop out. So then I had to learn how to kind of like set it in and flex my abs and kind of pop my back out like you do. So basically, do this and just lift your arms up, if that makes sense, right? What he's doing right now, you just have to lift his arms up instead of
No,
pulling
but
it up.
actually, when you look at this picture, look at his wrists. He puts them the way that we think that his lats are wide. And as Stu said, when you look actually at his lats, they start pretty high because they start like nearly next to his elbows.
Yeah.
Hey man, this is a good lat spread. Y'all not gonna convince me this is not a good lat spread.
I
Yeah,
think
it is a good lat spread, but it's the way he hides
good.
it. Actually, when he would hit, the back double, it actually would disappear. It's not a matter of the way he presents it.
Mhm.
It's just a
Okay,
matter
yeah.
of the where his lats are placed.
I don't know about you guys, but like every time like someone's going into a show and they're posting freaky pictures and you don't see their glutes and hams, I just scratch my head, man. Like, what's going on down there? You know?
You know what's going on.
You look great from the front.
not much.
Yeah, you know what's going on. The same reason why when I'm 4 weeks out, you don't see me posting glutes, right?
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
reason.
the
There's
same
a reason.
reason why when people are 4 weeks out and a lot of them don't post a back shot.
Exactly.
It's like,
Nick,
turn around, homeboy.
Nick posts everything, right? There's a reason why Nick posts everything.
I post my weakest, my strongest, my semi-weakest, my semi-strongest. I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
'Cause you
look at his conditioning in that picture right there. I mean, that's
This.
his hamstrings look good, but like glutes, lower back. I mean,
He wasn't shredded. He wasn't shredded by any means.
no.
Well, Milos don't think it's a glute show. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. But
But
it
then
is.
Well, that's the thing because Milos isn't a judge, so you don't have to like it, but the judges have to like it, right? You know, I don't know.
It also depends on who else is there. If everybody in the top 5 doesn't have glutes, then you don't need glutes. But if everybody has glutes, then you better have glutes.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's such a it's a very, I think sensitive topic in general, because it's like, it's not a glute contest, but if you have them, you have them, right? But like, I can say, well, Samson beat me with no glutes. So
Good point, yeah.
But did he?
It's just one body part out of many, right?
Yeah, Samson has beat a lot of people that have better condition than him, you know. So I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It can't be all based off of one body part or one criteria.
No.
But when you weigh it out, sometimes it is what it is. I guess it's subjective, right? Or objective, subjective.
Mhm.
Which one?
Yeah.
What's the correct term?
But some body parts are more important. Baby.
I
Don't
think
get it started. Don't go that route.
See, what I want to say is back is emphasized, but it wasn't a past. I don't know if it is. Well, Derek has a great back, but it's like Nick has a much better back than Samson. Nick has better condition than Samson. And 5 years ago, if you had better condition, you're just as muscular and you had a better back, you're gonna win every single time. I just think times have changed. Maybe, it works for me, bringing some soft glutes, you know what I'm saying? Some good shape.
You're not a pro,
There's
though.
one more guy, Brandao.
Shut up, Nick.
Just a reminder.
You said Brandao. Yeah, let me put up Brandao.
Yeah, by the way, did you guys
guy.
listen to the interview of Brandao with Dennis James, Miloš, and so on?
Yeah.
I didn't finish it, but I started it.
Did you, Nick, have you recognized when Dennis, I think he didn't listen to this podcast, but he made a joke that because Miloš asked where is Brandao staying, and Dennis was like, don't let him know, because he might give you some diarrhea pills. I was laughing so fucking hard.
That's funny. Yeah, Milos likes his diuretics.
Hey, he just knocked up his girl. So congratulations.
Yeah, Bregos.
Remember,
Yeah,
boys,
good.
just because you're on a bunch of drugs does
Congratulations.
not mean you're sterile. Be careful.
Oh no. Hey, both no, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't know if that's public. But I've gotten people pregnant on full blast. So it's
You mean you got
just
people
got kids running
pregnant?
around,
Like you actually got people pregnant? Who?
Why are you saying people? Why are you not saying women?
You wouldn't know them, Dave.
you wouldn't know them.
What's their IG?
I've gotten
I
exes
have
pregnant.
some,
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah, even like on prep off season, don't think you're safe. Don't think you're safe. He don't got no new updates. That's it.
There's another guy who doesn't post pictures of his glutes and hams.
He usually gets it like last minute,
Yeah, he's been more consistent with his conditioning over the years, so like I'm more confident that he'll show up. But I mean,
Well, I think he'll be in good condition. I think Neil was a good
Yeah.
switch for him.
I think
I
so.
think Brandao is dangerous no matter where he is,
I think so. All right. Hadi. And anybody has Hadi? Anybody has Hadi not winning?
I do.
Yeah, I think
David.
Samson's gonna win.
So okay, so Rob, David, and Zayd. You don't have
I'm going Samson too.
Samson winning.
Yeah.
I think he will win. I don't think he will deserve to win.
Oh, you want to elaborate on that, Stu?
I
No,
mean, it's
don't
that we
elaborate
talked about.
on
It's
that.
like the criteria are just different at the Arnold, and I don't know. I just feel like they're going to reward Samson here. So
Yeah.
So you mean who is going
You
to
know
win?
what?
Samson is going to win?
Huh? Was that?
Nick?
What?
What did you say, David?
I mean, who do you have winning, Stu?
I think Hadi should win, like
Hadi should.
handily, but
Okay.
I'm not confident he will.
You know what?
I just have a feeling if it's close enough, they'll give it to Samson. If it's close enough, and
yes,
they'll lean his way. So
I look at it in this perspective and I'm going to revert back to when he beat me. I think Samson is going to look way better at this Arnold than when he beat me. And I'm not saying I'm better than Hadi, but my conditioning at that Arnold was very, 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 very superior and pretty similar to what Hadi brings. And Hadi, in my opinion, has not gotten better. He's gotten worse. So if he doesn't improve or look anything better than when he did at the Olympia, Samson's going to win hands down.
What's the attitude? What's the attitude that you don't look better than Hadi?
I'm sorry?
What's with the attitude that you don't look better than Hadi?
I think he
I'm
does.
just trying to be humble.
Okay.
With respect. I think Nick said it perfectly. If Samson beat Nick last year, whether or not we agree or not, I think in that same criteria, in that same fashion, that means he would beat Hadi, right? Nick at that show, Nick is more muscular than Hadi, right? Hadi had a slight edge on condition. Now, if you compare Arnold Nick to Olympia Hadi, I don't know if the condition was better than Nick's. He had the striated chest, but turn him to the back, his back wasn't as conditioned as Nick. So let's say condition was even, and Nick is more muscular, and Samson beat him last year. Samson is better now. So by that bodybuilding math, he would by the judging criteria and by that bodybuilding math,
Samson should win.
Exactly. You know. Now by the criteria 5 years ago, then he doesn't beat Nick or he doesn't beat Hadi. But it's a different. I think it's a different game.
Yeah.
I think a different game. So, which is nothing wrong with that because I think Samson is a phenomenal bodybuilder with amazing shape and wonderful Nigerian physique.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, Samson's getting better show to show. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. How's prep going, Nick?
Easy as peasy.
You gonna grow the beard out?
Till the show, and then I'm going to shave it off.
Looks a little ratty, dude. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anybody? Have you been getting nervous watching Tonio posts?
I get more confident when he posts.
Yeah. He's in Brazil right now, bro.
For real?
Yeah, exactly.
He's in Brazil.
Why? Why is he in Brazil?
Dragon
Farmer?
By Dragon Farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him. I'll probably see him this weekend though. They're training at a gym close here.
Yeah.
Look at this, Nick. I don't know, Nick. You looking? You looking at this?
What?
This nigga. This nigga here. Sorry, bro. You're funny, bro.
No, I don't know. Tonio looking hard, man. Look at that sweet.
Small.
I ain't want to say it, but yeah.
He doesn't really I know he's heavier than he was last year, but he doesn't really look a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he has a really good physique,
I'm not saying he doesn't, but
These pictures are very nice, confident boosters.
I'm trying to stir shit up right now, But I mean, listen, yeah. But
I think I'm more worried about Stu at this point.
I'm flat.
But look,
But
hey, he said it's hunting season. He said he's coming for that number 2 though, Nick. Leg day vibes. I don't know.
Yeah, but actually, what should he say? Should he be like, "Yeah, I'm coming for the second," or even Stu is going to beat me and all
no,
that?
I admire it. I think it's awesome.
Of course. Let him stir some shit.
Nick thinks it's cute, right? Nick said it's cute.
It's adorable.
Poor guy.
Everybody here likes you, Tonio. Everybody here loves you. You got a crazy physique.
No, true. Fact.
Tony
We
was
just-
awesome.
Yeah, that's funny.
We just busting balls because that's what guys do. All right. Anybody else?
He's so nice too. Tony was like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's doing New York with Stu? Let me put up Stu.
I look like dog shit right now.
No,
Let's see.
stop.
Let's see.
Let's see.
what Stu
Nice
does.
commercial, by the way.
He's gonna beat Tonio.
Hey, I'm making a living over here, bro.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
Stu,
That
you
was-
you're
that
gonna
was a
grow the
year
hair
ago.
out?
Oh yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way.
Yeah.
Like I said, we all love Tonio here, but I think Stu is going to beat Tonio.
Me too.
I
Are you
think
saying
Stu-
that?
Smiles on
Are you
stage.
talking shit or are you serious?
No, serious.
Okay.
And Stu's probably gonna hear this and be like, "Oh, these guys don't like me," but it's not true. We do like.
I
him.
mean, I think I was like, it was close between me and Tonio last year, but he deserved to win. I think he improved a lot before the Olympia. He looked better at the Olympia, but and he's heavier, right? Like he got up to like 250 or something, which is big for him. But I don't know. He doesn't look like a lot more muscular. And
He
I
was
don't.
250 on stage?
No, off season.
No, on the
Oh.
check-in.
I was gonna say no way, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
yeah.
You know what I'm thinking with this picture here? I'm thinking, Stu, you could be a really good Rambo.
Yeah. I can see that.
That would be a
Yeah.
nasty
Yeah.
Rambo, you know?
Yeah. Hey, post more updates, Stu.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Give me
Rambo
a few
4.
weeks. I'm in
Rambo.
skinny fat. mode
Rambo
right
4
now.
hunting season.
Hunting season.
I'm gonna start making that. I think I'm gonna start making that my hashtag now.
Hunting season.
Hunting season.
Steal it.
You should do that, yo. That would be funny as hell if you try to post a hunting
I
season.
won't even make a caption, just hashtag hunting season.
Go back. That was a really good abs and thigh, man.
Yeah.
That's my pose.
Yeah, bro.
That's my
Holy
one
shit,
good
yeah.
pose.
I was
Man,
I was
got a
talking to Joe about that. at the
280
gym.
abs and thigh.
You know what? When I saw you do this pose, it actually helped me fix my pose. And I tweaked the way I was posing because I noticed how you were doing your legs there, and it actually made my quads look a lot better for Toronto.
Oh yeah. By the way, contact me for posing inquiries if you'd like coaching.
Posing by Stu. Posing by
Stu.
Beef.
Hey, I just want to say that, like, I
Season.
think posing lessons like via Zoom are like the corniest thing ever.
I agree.
Like if you can't, I'm sorry, dude. There's people making so much fucking money off this racket, and I don't like it. Like if you can't be there in person, like moving them with your hands, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna make someone pose better. You know,
I mean, I've done it, and the guy got better. That being said, I think it's becoming like a scheme. I think it's becoming like a money scheme at this point, though, if I'm being honest.
And it's
But-
bro, it's so funny when these guys, like these posing coaches, will be like 17 pro cards in their Instagram bio. Like, motherfucker, no, you don't get to claim you won a pro
Nah.
card because you.
Yeah, and I
posing
don't get
coach
one more
someday.
thing, you know? I don't get one more thing when they post like my client.
Yeah,
And it's as you said, it sounds like you are prepping them. No,
Yeah.
you're just showing them how to fucking stand on stage.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's where you gotta be specific and say my posing client.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In person is always going to be better, obviously, for sure.
100%.
Via Zoom, I think for like a beginner, it can help. Like the guy I'm talking about, he was like, it was his first show. His posing was horrendous. So any little tweaks I made a huge difference. If you already know how to pose, if you take Stu, he already knows how to pose, and you want to take him to the next fucking level.
Oh, speaking of which, there's this dude. He lives in Texas. Coffee something or other. I don't know his first name, but
Coffee?
his name's like Daniel Coffee David or something. Yeah,
Nigerian.
anyways,
Oh, the J3U guy.
yeah. So I posted that.
Oh, I
update,
know who
and
you're talking about.
He sent me that post. He sent me this post, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I have a lot of respect for you. I'd like to help you with your posing." And I'm like, dude, I'm 280 right now. Like I can't fucking move.
We're not doing that.
I
We're not doing
can't
that.
pose. But like I know exactly what he's doing, you know? He's like, let me attach my name to this guy.
Mhm.
It's like so fucking obvious, man.
You know, my experience with posing coaches is that you're gonna learn a little bit from everybody. Like I said, I learned a little bit from Stu. He didn't even fucking do anything. But when you see posing coaches in person, I like to do that because it's like a workout. You know, that person is gonna be there to make you work that whole hour, and whether or not they actually teach you how to pose better, it's probably gonna come down mostly to like a conditioning thing. Like when you're doing your front double bicep. At first, when you're not practicing, you're not conditioned, it's very hard to hold that pose perfectly. And as you go through it over and over and over again, Nick, I know you do that, man. I know you do 45 minutes of holding your poses. That's why you're a good poser, not because somebody taught you how to pose. You just worked at it and you just looked in the mirror and studied yourself and moved things until you think, okay, that looks really good now. And then I'm going to hold that and practice holding that. And then you just bring it to the stage, you know? I love helping people pose. Like it's awesome to be able to help someone pose. But again, it's like it's only a very small part of this whole thing because then the other person that you're helping, they go back home and they have to put in that work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's the same like said, you know, like you would say a coach is just giving you a plan, but you have to follow it. Of course it is, but you know, they show you the way. By the way, Stu started very, very nice subject because Nick is a perfect example of a guy who people started to attach their name to or wanted to, because you guys remember when Nick was starting, he was always getting flamed and so on. And suddenly when he won his first show, when he became a pro and so on, everyone started to, you know, ride his dick, to be honest. Do you Nick remember when was the first time and how did you react it when you recognized that someone wanted to, you know, use your name?
He still gets shit on. He still gets talked shit about.
Yeah, I still don't like Nick.
Oh, gee.
I hurt his feelings. Oh, I didn't mean it, man.
I thought we were friends and shit.
Oh, geez.
David, he basically
they're
asked.
just taking advantage.
David, you basically asked him that how did he feel once he realized that people want to be in his camp because he became who he is.
Look, if you want me to be honest, like obviously I'm not naive. I know it exists. I know what it is. I choose not to think that's what people are in it for until they actually show me that's what they're in it for, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I like to give everyone, you know, a clean slate, benefit of the doubt, and not think about that immediately until they show like that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we got Nick on here just for the clicks, baby. We're not really Nick's friends.
Well, I figured that.
Doing this right now, so.
You know, I think Nick, when you're in that position where Nick is, you have to be extremely selective with the people that you do attach your name from, because people will 100% people will take advantage of us, you know, and we're nobodies, relatively, whatever. But when you move up the ranks, now you can't be naive anymore. You have to learn those lessons, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, you learn quick. It's like it's just one of those things where, you know, like Stu, he obviously catches on. He knows he's not stupid. But again, it's having discernment. But I even think, you know, the ones that are at the top do it too. You know, it's like it's help me help you type of situation. You know.
Yeah. I've never.
It's a business too. You know.
That's exactly what, and that's another thing. At the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, this is a business. So you got to be able to separate that emotion of being personal with business and just know, like, that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Can't take everything personally, right?
Too personal. Okay, now back to New York. So do we have like a full list of who's doing New York, or are we just assuming that everybody's doing it at this point?
I need to know is not that I care that much, I guess, but is Rubiel in or out?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I heard he is on, and most of people are saying that he's on. but he doesn't look like he's dieting.
Well, we still got 12 weeks. I mean, we'll
You got
see.
time.
I mean, I'm in way better condition than he is at this point. I know Stu is in better condition than he is at this point. I know others are in better condition than him at this point. So
I'm in better condition
But-
than he was on stage. Maybe not quite.
Close. I'm not gonna lie. Let's look at Nick. You post any updates lately? When
No,
was
just
this?
that one.
How long was this?
Couple days
Yes,
last
sir.
week, I think.
Yeah,
5 days
I
ago.
think it,
Good day.
Nick,
Why is Nick the only open pro bodybuilder whose head's getting smaller?
I guess he's getting bigger.
GH
Oh, yeah.
Bunk.
It's gotta be, man. I don't know. Fuck.
He's not
Because
for
we are
anybody-
still in a part when we need to grow and we abuse the GH and he doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
he's got fake growth hormone, man.
Yeah, Nick, when did you post? When was this last leg day actually? The video.
When was
you
what?
posted- The leg day you posted the video like yesterday or today?
Oh, I was
Friday.
watching that this morning. Good video.
Yeah,
Nick.
so I
thank
think
you.
that was
You look
a
nice.
good update.
Thank you, thank you,
I like your necklace. Let's put the ring on.
thank
it.
you.
You
I'm
look
gonna
like
have two.
Frodo.
I'm gonna have two on there soon.
Mhm.
You've got
Oh,
a new,
that wouldn't look very good.
cameraman. You've got a new cameraman, by the way.
Right now I'm using a guy Grant here
Yeah.
in Jersey.
It
I
looks good.
alternate between him and my brother because my brother works a full-time job now, so I'll use him when he's free and whatnot. But for the most part, as of right now, I use my friend Grant.
That guy Grant, he makes it look really cinematic, right? I
Yeah,
think the last video.
Cinematic
looks-
but raw at the same time.
It looks
They're,
good.
like,
It looks good.
spotting you and shit too. It's kind of cool.
I
You know what I'll say? It's hard to produce a workout video where people actually want to watch the whole thing. It's very hard to do that these days because there's so much.
It is. It is. I think Nick is in better condition than Rubio was on stage. Look at his chest striations. You know. That's,
You know,
not
because
saying,
actually
not saying
people-
a ton, but yeah.
people rather watch, the podcasts and so on. Because how many times can you watch someone do a leg curl or leg extension? It's the same shit over and over. And
That's
here-
the thing. You're right, and that's what we bodybuilders tend to think that people want to watch is our workout. But the reality is, they actually want to see what you do outside the gym. To be honest.
Boom.
So I want to get more involved in like just filming just more at home shit than anything right now. Which is probably something I will use my brother more for since he lives right around the corner from here. And if you don't understand, like it doesn't have to be like a full day of eating. Like you could literally sit down and have a meal and just talk about a subject for 20 minutes. And that'll probably get more views than your half-hour workout that you thought was gonna explode.
100%. I can't watch a workout video with no talking. Besides, like back in the days when we used to watch Unbelievable and Jay Cutler and shit. But nowadays, like when I watch,
because back then though, that was all you had.
that was it.
Right now, with everyone's YouTube channel, you get more intrigued by seeing what people actually do in their day-to-day life. Back in the day, like you got the workouts, you'd be happy with that and watch the shit.
Exactly. When I watch like Nick's workouts, I'm not actually watching the workout. I'm kind of like listening. He's talking about, okay, yeah, this is my split and this is my recovery and this is where I'm at. Like I'm more so listening.
Wait. You don't watch it?
No.
Yo, watch the workouts, bro.
It's like
you don't watch me fucking go hard in the paint, bro.
I do. No, I do, but it's almost like you gotta hear. If you didn't talk, it's a lot more interesting when you're like talking, right? Granted, as you get deeper in prep, sometimes like me, Joe, and Paul filmed the back workout yesterday, and they're not as talkative, right? They started prep now, so it was still funny, it was still cool, but it's a little different. Like Joe, I haven't seen Joe that quiet for a while, but he's gonna get more and more quiet. And then Paul,
I think
Paul is
also
not.
what I'm trying to do is show that you can still be active, you can still talk, but also know how to train hard within your set. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In this day and age, this isn't like the early 2000s and 90s where you can strap up your fucking hoodie and go to work and that's the end of the day. Like you have to be talkative. You have to show shit. And I think once people see that, but then they can also see like, yo, this motherfucker trains hard as shit though. Like now you got both spectrums where you need them to be. And if you know how to capitalize on them, it's a win-win no matter what.
Yeah. It only takes a few seconds to lock in, right? Like me and Joe would talk a little bit, and then Joe put like 8 plates on the row machine, and he's doing
you guys talk too much though.
We do.
There's a limit. There's a limit.
I felt like in this last workout, it was a good balance because they're more locked in there, right? So it's like it'll be like one joke, and then they just get locked in for a while. And then, I mean, Joe is strong as shit. He was moving some weight pretty easily, pretty effortlessly.
Well, he is, but I also think that's another thing. Like when you train with 3 people, I think it's going to slow down no matter what, right? But now you're adding talkativeness on top of it, so now it's going to go slow. I like, I train alone for the most part, and that's typically what I enjoy the most. So like when I talk between sets, it's normally like a minute and a half, and then it's time to go do my set. You know what I mean? If you're bullshitting with 2 to 3 people, next thing you know, 5 minutes have gone by. Yeah. And body's not even listening to what I'm saying. He's too busy looking at his phone. But that's but then you start to lose your bro. And listeners are listening. It becomes counterproductive,
I watched that Fit Nation arm day. It's like 3 guys doing a 1-arm preacher curl.
That exercise took a half hour.
It did.
Yeah. Hey, I would be like, okay, I love you guys, but I'm gonna go finish over here somewhere.
We run sometimes we'll run 3 people in my back day, but there's no talking. It's literally like one after the other, and the set keeps going. Like one finishes, you step in. One finishes, you step in. Yeah. And the workout takes 70 minutes.
Do they even speak English, Carlos?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
You not speak Portuguese,
about to say you got no choice.
I don't know how to speak Portuguese.
You know how to speak Portuguese?
No,
I'm working on it though. But yeah, some of them speak English.
Yeah.
At least get a superset or go some, like two machines at once, maybe next time.
I am not supersetting.
No, I'm saying if you have 3 guys, get 2 machines going. So it's not 2 people waiting for one guy. It's you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that arm day was basically like a podcast in the gym. Yeah. That was my second arm day.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I turned it off ASAP.
You wasn't feeling it?
Yeah, watch time 2 minutes.
I was like this for like I'm like, okay, this is all
with that shaky ass camera. No stabilizer.
I feel like
hold on. You can't be taking this slander right now, bro. Defend yourself.
We can actually see who is already on clan because the video is like this.
Exactly.
No,
but no, it's the truth. Like, truth is, like, everyone knows we work out. Everyone knows how we train for the most part. It's still cool to post every once in a while, nice workout, but like they want to see you. You know what I mean? Like they want to see who you are, and that's over time that builds more of a fan base than you going into the gym and squatting 600. Pounds on your back all the time. Like eventually no one gives a shit. Like, cool, we get it, bro. You can squat heavy. What else do you do?
But that's also why I like to post like an arm day or shoulder day, because if we post leg day, we're not gonna talk because we're gonna be out of breath and we're gonna be on the floor and shit. So I want to film. I still want to film a leg day with the boys, but people might not like it as much that like the podcast because we're not going to be talking, but it's important to see that as well, to know that, we do train hard, right? Because at this point, people probably just think we just bullshit in the gym.
I do 1,000%.
You see what I mean?
And then you wonder, baby, why you are not a pro yet.
Hey, you can't. You can't use that line, David. You're not pro yet.
I'm not turning a pro after what I said here.
No. But I will say, if David was in the US, he would be pro. He would be pro if he was in the US. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You
In
got-
Beatty's defense, he trains hard. We trained legs one day, and he does one set after the other, one set after the other. No talking.
You're such a
What
nice
makes
guy.
you-
Zayd.
Thank
What
you,
makes
Zayd.
you? By the way, guys,
Zayd is
what
such a
makes
nice
you-
guy.
No,
And
it's
also-
What
true.
makes
And also, Zayd, how much weight did I squat for reps that day? You remember?
6 plates. 6 plates.
For about
Yeah.
10-ish reps. So
Damn.
Yeah,
ask the grass.
But how
That's
big
the
are your
grass,
legs,
baby.
though?
Shut up, Nick.
All right, that's enough.
Come
I gotta
on, man.
stop. Beatty sold me
No.
fentanyl and it was really good shit. I love Beatty.
No,
Yes.
but that being said, I actually don't back squat these days because there's
I
some
don't
truth
either.
in that. I don't feel like my legs were, if I'm hack squatting 6 to 8 plates, perfect form for 10 reps, my legs are going to be big no matter what. They have no choice. Whereas if I'm back squatting, my glutes, and hamstrings are taken. So I don't do that anymore just because I'm bodybuilding. I'm not trying to.
No, I agree because I used to squat like 6 plates on my back for like 8 to 10 reps, and it's like I was strong, it felt good, but my legs didn't really grow from it. Like when
Exactly.
I actually did more leg pressing and hack squat was when my legs started to grow more. So it works for people, it works for some, it doesn't work for everyone. Like, and it didn't even for back squats in general, it didn't even matter what I did, how slow I went, how many reps I would do, how light the weight was, how heavy the weight was. It's just my quads just didn't grow from it. And so I went to more of the leg press and hack squat approach.
Yeah, like that day, Zayd, I saw Zayd squatting, and he had like a close stance, but he was, when I say ask the grass, bro, he was doing like leg extensions with the bar, basically. It was like crazy knee flexion. And you look at Zayd's legs, right? There's a reason why Zayd's legs look like that, So sometimes you got to put away yes, it's training hard.
Am I the only one that doesn't do much leg extensions?
I don't really either, but it's usually because like by the end of after leg pressing and squatting or hack squatting, my knees are just fucked, so I can't even do it. So I don't know if
actually
that really
think-
counts.
For me, anyway, they hurt my knees. Like they actually hurt my knees.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started I started doing more leg extensions and my knee pain went away. But it's only on one specific leg extension. It's the prime pin loaded one. And that one just feels so good, man.
That one doesn't hurt. But like even for my New York prep, when I did New York and that Arnold and the majority, even that Olympia prep, I didn't do leg extensions once.
Wow.
I did leg press, hack squat, and like a Bulgarian split squat. That was like the main movements. I rarely did a leg extension once. And everyone's like, oh, you need a leg extension for detail. I beg to differ.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a more overrated exercise.
I think it's handy at the end to just pump the shit out of your legs.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I just keep them. I keep them in because they feel good for me. So that's all. If it feels good, do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it feels good, why not? I mean, it's like it's not hurting
keep them
you.
in.
We're not taking leg training advice from Carlos.
No,
Respectfully.
no
The one thing that I hate, what I hate about leg extensions is sometimes when the pad gets bent a little bit, and I just will not even fucking. That drives me crazy.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No,
motherfuckers like this.
I hate that so much. Yeah,
I hate this shit.
You can't do that.
I train with people and they just do not care. They're like, oh man, whatever. I'm like, no,
Fuck
not
that.
doing it.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Guys, what makes one being a hard worker in the gym? Because there are so many different styles. Like for example, Branch. Like for example, Nick's, Ronnie's, Dorian's, and they all were considered a hard workers. What makes you one? Like hardworking guy on the gym? Because what is the criteria? Like the weight, the tempo, the
intensity.
If I could say one thing, I think everybody, like we all work hard. Everybody that, trains with some intensity, you could say that person works hard. I think the most important thing is the direction of where you're putting that focus towards. Like how much of your energy, your mental energy is being put towards the actual visualization of the attainment of that goal. Like Nick, I know you you've talked about how you've believed in the ability to go to the Olympia, win the Olympia. You believe that stuff is going to happen. So when you believe that stuff is going to happen, you don't have to worry so much about the little things in the meantime. You know what I mean? So hard work, yes, anybody can work hard, but where you direct that hard work that's the result. You know what I'm saying?
Can everybody work hard? Because
yes.
you guys, no, I don't think so. Because every each of us has one client. Yeah, every each of us has one client who, no matter how much you push, how hard you push him, he's not going to train hard.
Oh man, you mean mentally? Oh yeah, some people they're not built like. I thought you meant physically. I'm like, why can't you train hard?
That's my exact point.
Train hard, but the thing is, they training hard?
That's my exact point. Is that person lacks that mental energy to actually have clarity in their goal and decide this is what I'm not only what I'm doing, but this is what I am. You know, it's like this person that you're referring to. They're probably like, you know what, I want to compete. Maybe I'll compete in 2028. Maybe I want to lose a little bit of weight right now. It's like, dude, you are not clear in your goals. That's why you can't direct your focus because you don't know what you want.
But the only person who really knows if you're training hard is like you and your training partner, right? Because it's like, I think most people would be like, well, okay, does Hadi train harder than Nick because he uses loose form and puts on 10 plates? Is that harder because he's yelling and sweating? I don't think it's harder because it's heavier. I think
that's what I meant, because there is no one point.
Yeah. Okay. Does Branch train harder than Dorian because Branch is sweating and he's swinging the weight? Is that harder, or is it harder to control the weight like Dorian? You can make an argument it's actually harder to control the weight. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because for me personally, 150 dumbbells with control is harder than 170s with no control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It burns. I don't want to do it because it fucking hurts. But 170s doesn't hurt. It's just heavy, but heavy is if you can lift it, you can lift it. So
heavy is relative, to a person.
That's what I'm saying. So does Justin Wyatt train harder than Stu because he has a mean mug and he's fucking sweating through his t-shirt?
Probably. Yeah.
We're gonna see who works the hardest when New York comes around. Then
Does Erin Barnes train harder than Beatty?
Does Janicki train harder than me? I don't know.
Hell no.
It's also the consistency of it too, because anybody could go in and train with fucking whoever, Ben Pekulski, someone like really crazy, and survive that workout. But then now you're back on your own. Can you replicate that? Can you even level up that? Probably not. That's where, you know what I mean? Beatty, you've been training hard for a long fucking time. So that's just part of you. You know you can do that. You don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about, can I lift this? Should I lift this? You just know you can do it and you just do it.
Yeah. I like when people don't train for the camera. Like, I feel like, I remember Jay was like that, and then I see Nick is like that, right? They're going to do their workout. They won't let the camera, like, influence them, right? They're not going to try to put on a show for the camera, right? They just do their thing. Whereas I think some people do put on a show for the camera to make it look more intense. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But if it helps them...
Yeah.
If it helps them to actually train hard, then why not?
You can fake that though. I think
you can.
I think we've all been to that point in like at the end of a set where you're like not really sure if you can get a rep, like on a hack squat or a leg press or something, and it literally just takes everything out of you, and you hit like the midpoint of it, and you're like, oh shit, can I do this? And you just like push with everything you have. I think a lot of people in the gym have literally never been there. They have no idea what that feels like.
And no one trains to that type of failure anymore.
I mean, I do occasionally, if I find myself there. I don't know if you do, Nick. I think a lot of good pros do. But like, I think, a lot of the people who follow us or like even guys who like train with high intensity, they've never even been there, like they don't understand. It just takes some extra neurological drive when you get to that point where like someone else would just be like, oh shit, I'm going to rack it now,
Takes more courage.
It takes guts, right? and I don't think if you've never done it before, it's really hard to teach it. You know?
I get so mad at myself. No, go Carlos.
No, and I was gonna say it's kind of like what me and my trainer at home say, Kyle. It's like everyone has like that governor in their brain, right? That just like protects them, you know. And it's like you have to at some point like push past that, so you don't know how far you can go until you take it there. And then once you do, you're like, shit, I've been here before. Like I can do it again, you know. So like that's why like if we're faced with something, if I'm in the gym, same thing. Like if it's like this grind or hack squat set, I'm like, man, I've done it before. I just tell myself I've done it before. I'm gonna do it again. So but you have to take yourself there to know like, okay, I can do it again. But you have to remove that governor. And it's like, all right, this is detrimental to me, you know. But not many people can do that, you know.
I agree. I get so pissed at myself if I leave an extra rep and then after the set I'm like, yo, I could have done one more. It pisses me off, but it seems to happen when I'm really heavy and on leg day because I have asthma, right? So if I'm over 300 and I'm doing a set of hack squats, sometimes when I push it there and I'm done, bro, I can't catch my breath and then I get anxious. Then now it makes it harder to breathe and I have to run outside and like stand outside for a while to get some oxygen. And that shit is scary, bro, because I'm like, yo, if I pass out, motherfucker's gonna have to lift me out of this gym. That's embarrassing. I'm not trying to get lifted into ER, you know what I'm saying? So, but then part of me is like, but I can't be scared of that because I'm never gonna get the most out of my workouts if I'm scared to fucking pass out. So I'm like, some days I'm like, fuck it. I guess we're gonna pass out today, you know.
And if it happens, when you leave the gym, do you actually come back and do one more set?
I was gonna say if I had to go through a set where like I feel like I left some in the tank, I'll just do another set.
Yeah, you got to go back to get that.
I'll just do another. Like I'll get mad and I'm like, it's cool. I'll take a good little rest and I'll do it again
and do more. I like that.
We were talking about those 2 days, Carlos. The 2 days back days. I actually remember one time where I had a really shitty back day, and then I ended up going back to do more. Which that was kind of like a stupid thing to do. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
That I've never done.
Yeah. That was a weird day, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do
that.
Yeah. But let's get into questions because I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours. That's the new that's the new vibe.
You can leave whenever you want, Nick.
Oh no, I'm good. I can't. I come on late on purpose.
Yeah.
It's strategy, bro. It's strategy.
Same with you, David, because it's like, I don't know, it's like what, midnight? Anytime you want to get off, you're good.
It's like 10, something like this.
Should have grabbed some water.
Yeah. Do your thing, Rob.
10:30, something like this.
What are things you do in prep to pass time, like 6 weeks out?
Watch TV shows.
Lego.
PlayStation.
Lego.
Man.
Yeah, Lego to do.
But do you ever guys? Okay, Nick, I know you like watching TV and prep. Do you ever get to a point where you can't focus on what you're watching?
No, I'm usually pretty good at that. Yeah.
But I get to a point,
that, man. I can't watch movies, TV. I gotta be doing something engaging, like
watching movies is like my favorite thing.
It's relaxing, but I get to a point where I don't know what's going on. I'm watching a movie and I keep zoning out, and I'm like, okay, I'll pick up my phone, put on the song, put on you.
Nah, I just can't focus. I don't even want to look at my phone. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Nick, do you have like any movie that you could watch on repeat?
There's a lot of movies I could watch on repeat. Gladiator, Bad Boys, 300. I love Disney movies. I could watch Monsters Inc. all day long.
Yeah, Disney's great.
Yeah, Disney movies during prep or
Finding Nemo. I like movies that kind of put me in a mellow mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want closer I'm to a show. I don't want to watch no scary shit, something that stresses me out. I'm good. I want to watch Disney. Happy endings only.
You know what I like doing? I like finding a movie that's like not very good It's like kind of a commercial,
but it keeps you
schlocky-
locked in.
Well, what I like to do is like I like to pick apart all the decisions that he made in the movie, like the shit writing, the bad film work, like the shit
Just
characters.
fucking rip
And
it
I'll be
apart.
sitting there with my girlfriend, just be like ranting about like how bad this movie is, and it's really entertaining. Like, I like doing that.
My mom actually just did that because I got her hooked on Love Is Blind now. So we were sitting on the
Dude,
couch.
I
and
was just about to say
she
that.
literally just wouldn't shut up.
That show is addictive,
that's-
bro. Addictive.
Yeah,
That
but now
show
she's
is
addicted.
bro.
Have you guys watched any of the new seasons yet?
I've been
I haven't
half-assed
started it yet.
watching
It just
it.
came out, right? It just
Yeah.
came out. I think a new season.
Well, there's this one
Haven't
chick.
seen
It's
it.
all over the internet. Like that said, she got compared to Megan Fox, and my mom just started roasting this girl, laughing her ass off at how like a lie that shit was. It was the funniest shit ever.
That's the fun part about reality TV. It's just like making fun of it, how stupid it is, right?
It's so stupid, but that's the
That's
thing.
the
It's
appeal.
so stupid. It's addicting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess I could see that. I've never watched
Mhm.
reality TV, but I could probably enjoy that.
Like I am one of those that get addicted to that dumb shit. Literally. Oh,
Especially when you get really into a show, it's like
like Love Island. Has anyone watched that? Love Island.
I used to
Bro,
watch
I've seen
those.
bits.
I used to watch all those.
I've seen bits of
All
it.
the
Shit you will ever watch, but like you need to know what happens next. Like
Yeah. I'm not even into reality TV, but like just like getting a glimpse of it here and there, that shit pulls you in and like, wait, what happened? And then that shit just draws you in. It's the weirdest thing ever. I don't.
Well, 'cause
It's
I
junk
think
TV.
It's because it's reality, and I think because in a sense they're not really acting, like it's kind of happening, whether how dumb it is or not. So like you kind of want to know, like
You do.
You kind of have to decipher how much of it is actually real and how much of it is scripted
Yeah.
too, because there's some reality within that drama, right? So you're trying to figure out like, okay, how much of this is actually like legit?
And there's also like the self-insert thing you do there where like what if I was in this situation? I would make
Yeah,
better
yeah.
decisions and like
100%.
make fun of the people. on
Whenever
show.
I think about that, I'd be like, how would we even be on that show? You know what I mean? Like you
Well,
see,
but
because you
wait,
see
well,
these
you're on
you
guys.
have
show.
to get to in life.
you're on a show called Love Is Blind. So if you feel the need to tell me you look like Megan Fox, you probably an ugly motherfucker behind that screen
Mhm.
over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, same way. If
like we're
like
not here talking about looks. Remember that. It's called Love Is Blind.
We asked her
Yeah.
about her diet plan and shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna tell him I look like Nick Walker.
no, like in
You're
that,
closer to Brad Pitt, actually.
yeah,
Brad
I can
Pitt,
see
yeah.
that. In that same token, like if your Instagram handle is like sexy Megan, you're probably not very attractive, or Big
Or
Mike.
NPC competitor.
If anywhere on your social media you got to emphasize your looks, you're probably not that good looking. And if you are, you probably don't have a good personality.
Exactly.
Just crippling anxiety and like no self-esteem. You know,
No, like,
we all know someone like
oh my
that.
god, look at my nails. It's so
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the nails are like this fucking one. I'm like, no,
Those are fucking talons, bro.
right?
Lethal
No.
weapons.
I'm not into like those kind of girls, like really, really high maintenance, insecure girls.
No,
It's
man,
just-
I like a girl that's just down for some hoodies and sweats. Call it a day.
Bro, that's it. Just chilling. We just chilling, man.
That's it. That's all you
know.
need.
That's it. You know. Did everybody answer the question? What do you guys like to do in prep? Like when you feel like shit.
Oh yeah, I don't really do the movie thing because I just can't focus like you were saying. But I'll what I do is like I pick a video game. Like in 2022, I played all the Halo games. You know, like the Master
Halo.
Chief
Nice.
collection, like
Oh,
the old
fuck
Halos. I just played that shit on
Yeah,
my
Halo's
PC.
awesome.
And as I get deeper in prep, I turn down the difficulty because I just don't want the stress of like
Yeah.
bad at it. I'm not good at video
Be
games.
playing Pokemon by 4 weeks out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Level
I bought fucking Pokemon Pearl like 2 days out, and I played it for 2 days, and I never played it again. It's so chill, so low stress. Like, oh, this is perfect. But then, off season, now I'm playing Doom.
Oh,
Doom's legit.
So good.
Yeah.
I played
It's
this.
really
I
hard,
played
man. It's
Diablo
really
on-
frustrating sometimes.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
It's a like that, Doom's been around for a long time, man. Like
It was like
Yeah,
my
it's an
original
old
first-person
game.
shooter.
yeah, like I got to that game when I was like
it's you
7
say
years
that
old.
you don't know what that Diablo is.
Oh my
I don't.
god,
Mhm.
I
Diablo!
don't know what that is.
You know,
Man,
What
talking
kind
my
of
language,
childhood
bro.
did you have?
Not a
Diablo?
very nice, not very pleasant, not very pleasant.
Therefore,
well, let's not get into that.
Yeah, we're not getting into that. No, but what I was gonna say, I want to get a Game Boy for this prep, like a
Get a
Game Boy.
Switch. Get a Switch.
yeah, get a Switch, bro. Get a Switch. It's good, bro.
Get a Switch.
See, I wouldn't even know how to use that, but I want some like an OG handheld game.
No, you don't. You
You
want a
know?
Switch.
Oh yeah, okay.
Trust me.
I might try
Get a
it.
Switch. Yeah, get a Switch, bro.
You got your
I'm
Switch. Switch. You got lots of free games you can download onto it. Also, you know, the actual like console itself, you can remove the handles from it. So if you're doing cardio, you can just put the screen like on the machine, and then you can hold the handles. It's way better.
Wait, you play
whether you're
video
doing stairs
games
or whatever.
while you're doing
Eh?
cardio?
Oh, always.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
What?
the Switch.
How do you-
Yeah.
How do you focus on cardio while playing games?
He doesn't want to, I guess.
I'd be going on stairs, no hand, just focus.
No
locked
hands?
on that screen. No hands at all.
Holy,
Definitely not.
Robin.
God damn,
Robin is a
this.
psycho.
My
Yeah.
boy. I never halted.
No hands?
No hands. Never
No
hands.
Like not even a finger?
they
For
never
balance?
hold
No
it.
fingers. Zero fingers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like a little
That's
touch,
it.
you know?
Nothing.
Robin
No,
is-
my hands are
Robin-
occupied with the Switch controller.
Is that your favorite type of cardio? Stairs?
I hate stairs. I will do it, but you know, sparingly.
I love
Yeah.
stairs. They're
Love and hate.
Yeah.
Love and hate. Yeah.
I think me and Zay do the same thing in prep. I think we just get blazed, baby. We get baked. We get baked, baby. Zay is baked right now. Look at Zay. Zay is baked right now. Look at him. Look at Zay. No, on prep,
Hey, it's
I
legal
thought
in
that it was
California.
off-season phase, but yeah.
I don't
No, sorry,
smoke
all
off
year
season.
round.
Oh, yeah,
Why
Zay
not?
does all year. I don't off season. I already feel kind of lazy, tired. I don't want to smoke off season. When I'm in prep, I feel miserable, so I want a distraction because I'm miserable. So the weed gives me a little distraction, and I'll do the phentermine. It gives me a little upper. Don't try this. I'm not saying go do
Little
this.
polypharmacy for you guys.
Yeah, you know, you hit it with the upper, then you hit it, you mellowed out. I'm in cruise control. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. So if you see me in prep in the gym and I don't say one word to you, I'm in a different world, baby. I'm somewhere else. I'm lost in the sky.
Yeah, bro. I gotta avoid like getting into that habit of getting high during the day during this
Yeah.
prep because I'm at home now. I used to go to work. Like I can't go to fucking work high. I did once or twice, but like, you know,
Why not?
I don't function like you, Zaid. Like,
I got fired from doing that before.
Don't do that.
They caught
like,
me.
bro, I get so lazy, man. I just turn into a bum. Like I'll
Yeah, yeah.
sleep in until 11, like 80.
Yeah. You know the problem with marijuana, cannabis, weed, whatever. When you're taking steroids, it makes it more unpredictable because the interaction with THC on your brain.
Yeah,
It makes it
yeah.
more unpredictable when you combine it with steroids. So not everybody's going to have the same reaction.
Nick's
Yeah,
looking at us funny. What's up, Nick?
Is that true?
I just don't do it.
You're not into it?
No,
No,
I used to smoke a lot when I was younger, but I don't anymore now. No.
Oh.
That's why you're the champ.
Hey, Stu.
That's why he gets
let-
hard.
But what about Derek? He was on weed for a while, THC vaping and stuff, and he was really struggling with it. There was a podcast where he was really seriously struggling with it, and then they talked about it with on Hani's podcast,
Wait,
but
you're
they
talking
talked about it way
Lunsford?
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
That kind of opened my eyes to you know how it can be. It's one of those things, a little insidious, especially in Canada, because like everybody's just, well, it's legal and there's just, you can buy anywhere and everybody's high all the fucking time. So you can get a little carried away, but you know,
That explains a lot.
Bodybuilders have to stay focused, like you were saying, Stu. Like we have different lifestyles, so it's easy to get carried away. Basically, is my
that kind of like neurotic, amped up feeling that you get from like being on the prep drugs at the end of prep. Like it's not the healthiest thing mentally, but like it does work to like keep you focused on your fucking goal. Like keeps you intense, and the weed just like cuts that away from me.
Yeah,
which can be nice sometimes, but too much.
I noticed that too.
Lose track.
I agree with Stu.
Yeah,
but like it's too much. Like when I get 2 weeks out, bro, I get really like fucked up. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I feel miserable physically, but mentally I'm a complete nutcase. I'm a complete psychopath. So I kind of want to calm it down so that I'm not making fucked up decisions. I'll make some really fucked up decisions like 2 weeks out. So that weed, it'll put me in a place where I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. You know, if not, I might commit a murder or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though, bro. Honestly, because if I was to smoke weed at 2 weeks out, I would get really paranoid and get really anxious, probably.
That happens in the rebound phase. When I start eating food, I'll get like anxious, paranoid, almost like depressive, and that's when I gotta stop smoking. I'll just start to get weird, you know. So
nicotine is good all the time, though. You should always be fucking wired on that.
A lot of benefits. Huberman loves that shit.
I've never done nicotine.
I'm kidding. It's a bad habit.
Me neither.
I'm not stopping.
One of my buddies, he keeps telling me to get on those like chewing tobacco things or whatever.
The Zins.
The Zin. He's like every day. He's like, go try this Zin. I'm like, dude. Another thing, dude. Like I have an addictive personality. Don't even get me started on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, cigarettes is disgusting to me. I was dating this Puerto Rican girl in New York, and she would always be hotboxing the car, smoking. I was like, I'm already smoking at this point. I might as well try it. And I tried it, and it was terrible. I can't imagine why anybody.
I only smoke cigarettes if I'm really drunk, like real. Then they don't count when you're that drunk. So they don't. Yeah, it's okay.
You don't even feel them when you're that drunk. You can just smoke the whole thing in one shot. You don't even know that. Yeah. I got really sick doing that once, and I never smoked ever again.
You know, I was talking to Dennis Wolf when we were down in Dallas, and he told me he used to smoke 2 packs a day.
He's half Russian. What do you expect?
Exactly. Wow. All those German guys, the Russians, bro, they chain smoked. It's crazy.
Marcus Rhodes did. Marcus Rhodes did
too. People abuse it as fuck.
Yeah,
it's so funny to me.
Yeah, you guys know Eric that makes the prank videos.
Yeah.
He smokes a lot. Like people thought it was for the character, for the Russian character, but he smokes a shit ton actually. He always does. Really? I think it's a Russian, like he said. It might be a Russian, like a European thing. They just smoke.
They're just immune to cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
but like if you smoke all the time, you smell like shit, like all the time, man.
I don't smell it on Eric. I don't smell it on Eric for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, because you got used to it.
And also his blood work is like perfect, bro. Even when he was taking a shit ton of gear, just built different, you know. Yeah. All right. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Tony Hawk.
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Oh, celebrity crush. My God.
Yeah, that's
He did Tony Hawk.
Yeah, my bad.
Mine Jennifer Aniston.
Jenny was nice.
That's a solid. Yeah. You guys remember the 2008 Olympics? There were a couple of baddies on that team, man. Like
I don't remember.
When I was in middle school,
down.
Yeah. I think her name was Nastia Lukin, one of the girls.
Nastia
Lukin, yeah.
She sounded like a freak.
Nastia. Look it up.
Nastia is Russian.
No, she's a gymnast, right? She's a gymnast, right?
Yeah.
She's a gymnast. I remember.
You're gonna have to pull her up. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to.
Well, hold on. So if you pull up pictures of her, it's gonna be her when she was like 16 competing at the Olympics. So that's a little sus. We can't do that.
Can't do that.
Nasty,
Do it, bro.
nasty or what, Luke?
Yeah.
As long as she's of age now, it's not off limits.
Bro.
But
I don't know, man.
Don't do it.
Proceed
This
at your
sucks.
own
Don't
risk.
do it.
I was in middle
Alright.
school, so
let me see. Okay, this is her now. So let's look at her now a little bit. Okay, Nasty is she's still holding it together. This was young Nastia, so let's not comment on that. But just for the viewers to see, this is grown.
I don't think we have to say anything at all.
Yeah, we could just look at it, So for the viewers, just take a look. This is Stu's celebrity crush when he was younger.
this is 2000. Yeah, she was in 2008. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she was like 12 as well then, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I like Angelina Jolie. She was hot.
Yeah, I wanted to say the
Angelina
same.
Jolie.
That's a
Angelina
good one.
Jolie, she was actually.
Motherfuckers. She
You see,
raped
crazy-
tombs.
Crazy thing about Angelina Jolie is like she has just naturally huge lips that look like they're injected, but I don't
Mhm.
think they are. They're
No.
just like that. And then all the other girls started just doing that now, and they look like
it don't look the same. Yeah, it don't look the same.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't-
they look like a fucking ducks.
You shouldn't be able to tell. I thought Megan Fox in Transformers. Not now. She got some work done that
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of. But I thought Megan
Yeah.
Fox. Was cool.
Every each of you wanted to say Sasha Grey. You are just being called.
Yeah, yeah.
Gray.
I'm still trying to think about it, and I think probably the first it would have been like fucking Metroid Prime when Samus took off her suit, and I was like, "What?"
You
She's a girl?
fucking nerd. Oh my
Probably the
god.
first time I noticed like the female
What?
figure. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Now
Optimus
Stu
Prime?
Metroid
Stu might
Prime is
not.
a Nintendo game.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Metroid Prime. It's a good game.
I feel like Stu probably won't agree with this because he's younger and he's probably thinking of her now. But Britney Spears, when I was a kid, Britney Spears was kind of the thing.
Yeah, I
don't look at her current videos. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, man, that's sad.
Early Britney.
Yeah, early Britney, which was fucked up because she was like 16 and she was doing all these. That's kind of
Yeah,
strange. But
Oh, dude, there's a lot of weird things with Britney Spears, man.
yeah.
Like, just look at her Instagram. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, that's like evidence of some serious abuse and mistreatment when
Yeah.
she was younger. Like, she got used by an industry man. You could tell.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Fortunately.
Who else? Who you guys, Zaid?
Angelina Jolie.
Okay. Everybody
Yeah.
went.
David,
Everybody went?
My parents.
Yeah,
my
I
parents.
said Angelina. But every each of you had Sasha Grey. That's the truth.
I don't know who Sasha Grey is.
You don't know?
Sasha Grey. I
Sasha
see.
Grey,
Is she,
bro?
is she a porn star or something?
I think so.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
what's her name?
Sasha.
Tasha.
My man's out here.
Bro, you gonna look this up?
No, not on the
Tasha.
podcast.
Look it up. Oh,
not on the
shit.
podcast.
Oh, so you're out of this world, bro.
Sasha
Private
Grey.
time.
Researching.
That's two words. Sasha.
Later on tonight. I'm gonna look it up. All right. So everybody went,
She was
huh?
in the show. She was in the show Entourage.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay, porn
actually
star.
really good
So
show.
close I followed her.
Okay. All right. Let's do a couple more. We got about 15 minutes. Is being in a relationship conducive for bodybuilding, or should you stay single? That's a good one, actually.
Relationship.
It depends on the relationship, I guess.
Of course.
But generally,
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
it's simple
There you
enough. Simple
Very
enough.
insightful.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't know. Like, you can't just say I'm never gonna date anybody until I retire. You have to try. But if you try, and then if you see red flags like this is gonna hold me back, leave quick. Don't wait around. Leave right away. Now, if it's like, yo, she's helping me, because they could also help you be better, right? They're either gonna make you better or worse. It's hardly in between.
You just gotta ask her one question. Say, on show day or whatever, before show, can you shave my back? If she'll do that, then you're good. That's pretty much what you need her for.
Yeah, I gotta get one of your boys to do it, and you guys will be friends forever.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I shaved my buddy's back last year, and now we don't talk. So whatever.
Oh,
It got weird, right?
it got weird.
It got weird. Yeah. As soon as he was standing there naked, things changed, and I was like, "Oh, dude."
Because Robin, you were supposed to shave his back, not his lower back.
Yeah,
I just did what he said. I did my job, being supportive friend. That's it, man. Move on. You know,
that's the brotherhood.
That's a good friend.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd shave your back, Robin.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I think it can work both ways, man. I mean, when I did the USA prep, I just moved to Arizona. I recently separated with my long-term girlfriend, and I was just like alone down there.
Sorry to hear that,
like,
Stu.
you know, I was just doing like bodybuilding and work, and that was it. And I didn't have like any distractions. And then last year, my current girlfriend, like, she's super supportive and very helpful throughout the whole process. You know, it's stressful, you know, and I'm gonna try to do a better job of like being a good boyfriend this year. But my girlfriend's very supportive of like the path that I'm on. You know, she wasn't like, "Oh, are you sure you want to quit your job? Are you sure you want to like do this?" You know, she's like all in. So that's very helpful.
He's a keeper. She's a keeper.
Yep.
In the past, basically, at least last year, it was more like when I'm in prep, I don't care about anybody. Like, get away from me. Like, I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about anything. I'm gonna do this, and once I'm done, you're gonna be first. You're number one. Everything, you're gonna come first no matter what. But while I'm doing this, I don't give a fuck. Just don't bother me, right? I want to try things different this year. Like Stu said, I want to still try to be a good boyfriend. Within reason, motherfucker, within reason. But I'm gonna try to. Oh, I apologize. I was quiet earlier. I just was out of it. You know, at least, you know, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm still gonna be quiet if I feel that way. But I'm gonna try to be more present and try to be more pleasant to be around. You know, to the best of my abilities. Right. You're gonna also have to understand that sometimes I just might not talk. I might not have it in me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I'm gonna try to be that way this time, just to I don't know if that's the right thing to do or wrong thing to do. I don't know, but I like to try to be like a decent human being if I can, you know.
Girls like when you tell them stuff.
Yeah. And then the other token is I don't know how many of you have dated competitors, but is it better to date a competitor if you're a competitor, or is it better to date somebody who just works out, stays fit, or somebody who just knows nothing about the sport altogether? Which one would you guys prefer at this point?
Actually, you know, my girl has competed. Now she only trains and she doesn't give a fuck about competing, but she's supportive and she understands the lifestyle thanks to the competing part. So, but still, you can have like a perfect, you know, scenario, and then the girl changes or you change as the prep goes. So it's not like we can say is it better or it's better for a person, because you know it depends. Would you rather be with someone during the prep, or are you just a loner?
I don't even think it matters if they're a competitor or not. I think it's the person itself makes it, because I've been divorced. My ex-wife is a competitor. And now I'm with now my current girlfriend of 2 years. She's a competitor, but it's night and day. I mean, obviously the one didn't work out for a reason, and now I'm in a much more loving relationship. It's much more communicative and all those things, right? So it doesn't mean you have to be with a competitor, but you definitely need someone to understand you as a person, someone who's willing to just understand who you are and fucking put in the work to try to figure that out. No one like, and I didn't know that, but no one else ever tried to actually figure out who I was before. They would just assume, like, you're quiet, you're being a dick, that kind of stuff, which takes communication from both ends, you know. But relationships are not easy, man. You know, no matter who you are, no matter who it is, whether you're a bodybuilder or not, it's hard to keep a girl around because you gotta make her happy, man. You know, more so than we always make ourselves happy. We have to make someone else happy now, right?
Yeah. How about Carlos?
Isn't it more about, you know, you make yourself happy, I make myself happy, and we do it for each other?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but you have to
Yeah,
make
no,
your girl
because-
more happy. Like,
Yeah, you do.
it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
works like that. It's just how it is.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah. How about Carlos? Which one would you choose out of those three? Your preference?
I mean, I guess it's all just independent of the person, I guess, right? Because you know, you could be like kind of like what Rob said. You know, it's like two people who both competed and they're both just totally different. Because you know, I mean, they're separate people. So, I just think the best thing to do is, you know, as we all we have personal tendencies during prep. And if you're first time around, you know, dating someone, you know, maybe express those things so they know ahead of time. Like, hey, like I tend to get quiet. I tend to like this. I tend to be like this. That way they have a heads up and it's not kind of like out of like the blue for them. And they're thinking like, well, why are you changing all of a sudden? Yeah, at least you can say, hey, motherfucker, I told you this is going to happen. Yeah. So you have a warning, you know.
Don't say it like
just
that.
Give them a heads up. So, well, yeah, don't say it like that. But
nine those words.
You can at least you can think them, but you can at least just give them like a heads up of like, hey, like this is, you know, how I kind of get during prep, or, you know, this is how I kind of am. Like I may be more reserved. You know, I may not go out as much, but it will make, you know, you can make concessions and say, hey, like, well, I may not like to go out as much during prep, or I can't go out as much during prep, but off season we'll do these things, you know, and make sure you follow through on them. But it just kind of person dependent, right? You know, and it's your preference. If you like someone who is into the lifestyle but doesn't compete because you think it may take away from what you're doing, then pursue someone like that. Or if you don't want anyone who competes at all, then do that. Just, you know, try it. You know what I mean? Just, you know, if you're a young guy, date around. Fuck it.
You know what I believe is that if that person loves you, they're going to be just as excited for your success as you are. Versus if you're with someone who's like, they're not super excited for you to be Mr. Olympia. It's like, I don't think that's the right person then, because we're, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have a preference, Nick? Oh, my bad, Stu.
I agree with Robin.
Go ahead.
I agree with what Robin said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin hit the nail on the head with it.
I think like if you're dating like I've never dated a serious competitor, but like I foresee that if you were dating a serious competitor, like doing this at a high level, there's going to be some clashing between like who's the main character in the relationship, you know, like and I guess you can kind of balance it out so that like everyone has their moments, so they're all, and you support your spouse when they're, you know, succeeding in what they're doing, and then they support you. But I think that requires a lot of maturity. And if you're really competitive as a person, so is your spouse. Like, I mean, generally that's not really, you're going to end up competing with each other, which takes a lot of, you got to avoid that. It takes a lot of maturity to like see that about yourselves and avoid that problem. So generally speaking, like probably best bet is like somebody who works out, kind of lives the lifestyle, but doesn't necessarily compete at a high level. And that's what my girlfriend does. So
that's a good point. That's actually a really good point, what you said, Stu, about having the other person not take over as the main character. That's pretty much what happened with me, you know. And it's just, you're 100% right. When there's two people that are so competitive, if one person starts to have more success than the other person might feel like they're not as much. And that's not really your fault. And it's not really anybody's fault. But like you said, it's a maturity thing that, you know, that person has to work on.
Or, you know, maybe like you're succeeding more than your spouse and you start to get in your head like, oh, I'm better than this. I got to find somebody who's better at doing this silly sport that we're into, which is such a stupid way to think, but it's not like wouldn't cross your mind.
Zayd, Jackie competes, right?
Yeah, she's a competitor.
So that would be your preference?
it's the best thing, to be honest, because other girls, which I have dated, non-fitness chicks, man, they don't fucking understand any of it. They think you're selfish, self-centered, and you're wasting your
Because we
time.
are.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely someone. Yeah, it's definitely someone who competes that understands it. You know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think it's all about the right partner. Like Robin said, if you find someone that's excited for your success, that's probably your best bet.
Mhm.
As long as the communication line stays open and the respect. Number one is respect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And to be
100%.
honest with you, dude, if we're not 8 weeks out, I don't
Pretty good.
see
Should be
any. Yeah. If it's not 8 weeks out, literally, we're good. We're good on anything. At 8 weeks out, you start becoming a little bit more lonely, or you're trying to be reserved, or just focus on the show and stuff like that. If it's
Yeah.
not 8 weeks out,
Yeah.
I don't see why you would have a problem. You know.
Facts. All right, let's do one more. This I like this one. I have my eye on this one. What is your Mount Rushmore of bodybuilding? Yeah.
Nick.
Let's get into it.
I don't understand the question. What does that mean?
Nick
Oh, my-
4 times.
What's your
Mount
most
Rushmore,
favorite?
top 4 bodybuilder of all time, basically is Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
At least, but best can mean different things. So I'm not gonna make any rules. Just let's start with Nick. Your Mount Rushmore bodybuilding. It doesn't. It could be anything. Just your top 4.
Can I include myself?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, me. Jay Cutler. I'm gonna put Ronnie Coleman during the eights.
Oh, no Phil?
I don't know, because I'm there.
Only Nick could do that. Only Nick could do that. All right. So we got Nick, Jay, Ronnie, and Dorian. That's pretty solid. Isn't that solid? Let's go, Stewart.
Evan Centopani,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I
I like those picks.
those are like my 2 favorite guys. So those 2 are easy, but Nick. Yeah, Nick again. I don't know who's number 3 or who's number 4.
Let's leave the king alone.
You gotta put Good Vito, since you said he's gonna beat you.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
happy.
Good Vito.
Mr. Yeah, Hottie.
Fine.
Let's do Hottie. I like Hottie. He's a character, man.
That's a good 4 because I feel like it's more fun when you pick based off of your preference and not just saying Ronnie, Dorian,
Yeah,
Phil.
you can pick out the top 4 of all time easy and throw them up.
Yeah.
There,
This way is better. I like it this way. Let's go, Carlos.
Lee Haney, Kevin
Okay.
Ronnie, Phil, and man, 4's hard.
Tony Byrne.
I'm gonna say I really did like Chris Camille. I like his physique a lot. So Chris Camille.
That's a solid 4. Solid 4 right there. Yeah, solid 4. And no white guys? You didn't put no white guys in there, Carlos? All right, let's go. Let's go.
David. Call a spade, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
How you feeling, David?
Luke Sando, Dallas,
Oh yeah,
Justin Compton, and Nick.
That's nice. That's a cool 4. Yeah,
I actually
we just balanced it out.
Yeah,
I've got because I've got Luke's portrait there. I've got Dallas's belt. I've got Nick's t-shirts, like 2 of them from Olympia, And Justin is just the way I'd like to look.
Yeah. Justin looked like a white and black guy. He looked like a black white guy.
It's crazy.
Like his physique, at least. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. Let's go, Zayd.
Top four. Definitely Ronnie, Phil, Jay, and I want to say
David
Justin
Jacob.
Compton. Justin Compton
Oh.
for sure.
Compton on the list twice now. Okay.
Yeah, he was
Jay
really
Comp.
fucking freaky, man. He was.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, he was freaky.
Nick
Right.
was still on the list more times, so Nick is the best bodybuilder.
Let's go, Robin.
I'd probably go Jean-Pierre Foug. I'll probably go Marcus Rule, Gunter.
You picking the freaks.
And Jay. Yeah, the freaks.
He picking
The
the
white
freaks.
God
freaks.
damn, yeah. The wife.
Damn.
It's a good list, though. That's
All right.
a fucking mass monster of a list.
I think I'm gonna take a page from Carlos. I think I'm gonna go 4 black guys.
You gotta put Kai in there
This
then.
shit out.
Thank you for
You have
balancing
to
this out.
you have to pick one extra white guy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Honorary number 5.
I'm gonna go Flex Wheeler. I'm gonna go Dexter Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Phil Heath. I'm gonna go Kai Green.
Hmm.
And then
Roden.
I like Roden too. My extracurricular is gonna go who? I don't know. Dorian? I don't fucking know.
I would
Yeah,
put Jay as mine.
Nobody said Lee Haney.
That's
That's pretty good.
Lee Haney.
Andrew.
Somebody said Lee Haney.
I said Lee Haney.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Carlos said Lee Haney. Yeah, but I said Flex. I said Flex, Dexter, Phil, Kai, right?
Pretty racist of you.
No Arnold. No Arnold, eh? No,
No Arnold. No.
Arnold gets his own mountain. He doesn't get to share with anybody.
Exactly. But I think we good on that. You guys want to do one more, or we good on that?
I can do another one, but Nick's probably gotta take a nap or something.
I have a question for Stu. I want to know what's in your tackle box.
You know, what's
Nick,
in the tackle box. Fuck off.
You got to head out, Nick. You good? You gotta
I'll
head
do
out.
one more.
All right, bet. I'm sorry.
What are you pointing to? Oh, you got one too. Yeah.
What's
you
that?
know what's in my fucking tackle box, Robin?
Is that really what's in there?
Can
I
we
just
see?
want to know.
No,
Can
you
we see
can't
what's in there?
see.
No, I just want to know.
What's the next question, Beatty? You know what's in there, Robin.
Okay, good. Making sure.
We just want to know. Okay. Dude, at some point, would you try to? What? No, I'm not doing that one. Worst ever
Yeah,
effective.
because I lined mine with felt to make sure that everything stayed safe in there.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
We should please have Dr. Mike and Stu on together. Down for that?
Who asked that? Who asked that question?
Joshua, BB.
I'm wondering if he's in
Mike
the Discord.
Israel.
Yeah, Mike is just
I don't know that guy, but he DMs me all the time. Fuck you, Josh.
he doesn't do it. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess we kind of talked about this earlier, but best legs of all time. That can go so many angles. Are we talking biggest?
Yeah.
Are we talking
Tom
calves?
Prince.
The whole thing? Huh? Tom Prince, he said? Huh.
He had really good legs. I don't know if it's the best of all time, but he had really good legs.
I mean, Paul DeMeo had some crazy legs too.
I think I still like Tom Platt's shit. For some reason,
Yes,
the
I was gonna say
adductors.
Tom Platz.
It's crazy, bro.
I can't even think of what Tom Platz's hamstrings look like because back then they didn't really pose like the hamstring drop in their side chests. And
Yeah,
stuff,
they
you know?
didn't.
So
They look silly. Yeah, there is a black and white picture on the internet of his hamstring, and they looked insane.
Yeah, I don't know what his hamstrings look like, but from the front, his legs from the front, it's crazy. Boy, this is the 80s. How the fuck? It's crazy how he
Just
still has that.
Google the leg, just the legs of Tom Platz, and it will go in the black and white photo.
Okay. Let me see. Tom
Give it to her.
Platz.
Best legs ever.
Anybody
You know
else?
who had actually quite insane legs? Frank Hauser.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And Ben
Dallas
Mikulski.
had really good
Yeah.
kills.
But his
Kyle has
calves, his
crazy legs
calves,
too, bro.
he does. But I mean, his
Yeah,
hamstrings from
third
the back looks crazy.
Yeah, hamstrings from the back.
Yeah,
Boy,
but
look at his-
those pictures are filtered as fuck.
Yeah, but bro, everybody pictures are filters now too. You
Yeah,
know,
go
so-
down to the photo when he does the leg press.
I don't know. I still think these are the best. Like this,
Yeah, they look good.
but look at these quads and look at the adductors. He has
Yeah.
no room to like his legs can't even breathe. I don't know, man. That's
Yeah,
pretty
shit's
crazy.
wild.
Who else would be on the list though?
Ben Mikulski.
Dallas.
You said
Yeah.
Dallas,
P-Pack.
Yeah.
but I feel like Dallas didn't have a lot of separation.
Yeah,
The thing is,
dude.
Look at Ben's legs though. Like when Ben was it fourth at the Olympia? Like his legs were fucking crazy.
You know who would be? Flex Lewis, actually.
Hold up. Ben was never fourth at the Olympia, was he?
No.
No,
I believe he was.
Arnold.
Oh, sorry, that was the Arnold Classic. That was my bad.
I think he was third. I think he was actually third at the Arnold before.
Flex Lewis actually had crazy legs.
I mean, Dallas had crazy calves, crazy quad sweep. Yeah, he had good legs.
Yeah, that's a good sweep.
Yeah. I think you said Flex Lewis. I want to say Flex Lewis best like all time though.
Yeah, but they looked, and he had to downsize actually quite a lot.
He did.
When he was younger, they were like way out of proportion, right? Flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't train him for ages.
Yeah.
What about
you can't forget, really, to be honest, Branch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Branch got to be up there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Branch.
I don't think I would say like Ramy, even though his
Branch
quads are
stable
huge.
legs.
Huh?
The second one, when you were writing, it was Branch stable legs.
Stable legs.
People
I think
Ramy's
Ramy
legs,
had
yeah, his legs like maybe 10 years ago were like
yeah.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
he never had great calves.
His legs at the Arnold Brazil was crazy.
It did. I think like the overall package, he didn't have the best calves. Like he didn't have crazy adductors. He didn't have a lot of
Nope.
separation.
Coast actually got crazy legs.
Who?
Coast MD, Marcelo.
He does.
yeah.
This is a good side drop.
Some of the
I got to be honest. I still think it's Tom Platz. Anybody else thinks it's Tom Platz?
I agree.
Yeah, it is. But we're like, no, just thinking about others.
Yeah.
I don't think
Um,
Ronnie gets enough credit because like the rest of him is so insane, but like he had
That's why.
probably the
Yeah.
biggest legs of his era.
he just couldn't pose
Yeah,
his
his
like
pose.
the side shot.
Yeah, he'd like flex his hamstring up.
Yeah, but even from the
Yeah.
front, he would put his legs so close together. Remember?
But they
Yeah, he was the
look
only
so
one
big.
who could just, yeah. He was the
Oh,
only
but-
one who could pull it off.
There's one guy you're forgetting about.
Oh,
Really good legs. In his
And
prime.
one.
No, Phil Viz.
Oh,
I'm just
you had to go
kidding.
there.
Antoine
to go
for
there.
sure. Yeah, Antoine.
Antoine's
Good
really
call.
good.
Antoine's got freaky legs. Yeah.
Did you guys remember that 212 Pro Nicholas Vulia?
Oh yeah, yeah.
we-
Oh yeah, had crazy legs.
You know, actually, Zane, how to
yeah, very
pronounce his
complete
name?
legs.
Yeah.
Rod?
Oh yeah.
Vuyu.
View?
Oh.
Yeah,
Vuyu.
because Patrick Tour once said it, how to pronounce his name. It was Vuyu.
View. Okay.
Yeah.
I think oh, that was one of the questions was that could Nicholas Viewed, could he have won the 212 Olympia if he would have
No.
not retired? Don't think so?
He was just
No.
a little too compact, you know.
He was
Even
like-
though Sean
He
Clarita
was
is very,
smaller than Sean Clarida.
yeah, even though
No.
Sean Clarita was very compact as well. Like Nicholas didn't have like width like Sean has.
Very short limbs.
Yeah.
He looked good at that show against Hadi, but obviously he couldn't be.
Yeah,
Hadi.
but look how far behind he was from the Hadi, and still, Hadi wasn't winning then.
Yeah,
Hadi
thought he
hasn't
was
even
winning,
competed. Hadi hasn't even competed in the 212 Olympia, I think. Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
No, I think he's good though. I thought he was. Does he have pictures up still? I want to see if I can find pictures of him. His Instagram is
Who
Nick
do you guys think has like the craziest hamstring drop?
Tom
Tom Prince, probably.
Yeah.
I gotta take a look at that.
Let me pull it up then.
I always think about Juan Morel and how he didn't really have good quads at all from the front.
He had a
then it
crazy
would
side
go-
shot.
The side shot, just the hamstrings would just drop all the way down. I'm like, where did that muscle come from? And why can't you see it from the front?
He had crazy big adductors too, and like when all that meat kind of pushes together, it just forces your hamstring down even further.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that
Did-
makes a lot of sense.
Did he pass away, bro?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
shit, that's crazy.
He had kidney failure. I think that's what retired him from bodybuilding, and he was on
What
dialysis.
the fuck is that?
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Oh, he was older here, right? Oh shit! Even
Wow.
holy fuck!
The
Oh, what the?
fuck?
No, so
Bro.
that was still in the early 2000s.
That don't even look real, bro. That honestly doesn't look real, bro. I've never seen a hamstring drop like that ever.
Look check the photo one down there. When he's in comparison to the smaller guy.
That's crazy, right?
What the
Holy shit!
I can guarantee you, someone's gonna criticize the fact that you can see his stomach there.
So what?
Exactly.
But that's
No.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. That has to be the best.
Who is next to him, by the way?
Eddie Abu.
I don't know.
Oh, that
Isn't Eddie the guy who now criticizes like everyone?
Yeah.
Never heard
Yeah,
of it.
that's for sure the best side leg. They've not
Check
more
out-
pictures.
Check out Jean-Pierre Foot. That guy was a fucking freak, man.
Yeah.
You guys should get him on the podcast. I sent him a
Jean.
message.
Huh?
It's not John.
Jean.
Oh, okay.
Jean.
And I didn't know he was.
I found him on Instagram and I reached out, and he's got a cat rescue.
What?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I met him at the Olympia 2022. He's a nice dude.
He seems very, very nice. Like just
Yeah,
Well,
he's a very nice dude.
He was huge. Why didn't he place well? Did he ever get like shredded?
His
he-
midsection quite,
Oh,
developed in a rough way.
I think it's just because he had that hernia that honestly threw his physique off.
And then
Because
he blew
without
up his
that-
legs.
Like, yeah, I mean, this guy was like a freak of fucking freaks, man.
Yeah, he was. Holy
Something-
shit! What the fuck is this?
Something
Is
in
that
the
him?
mountains in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Is that him as a kid or something? What the fuck is that?
14 years old.
That's crazy.
The
All right,
lats,
gentlemen.
The lats are crazy.
I think that was a good podcast. I think we're good on that. Thanks for stopping by, Carlos. Thanks for stopping by, Nick.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, David and Robin, Stu and Zaid.
We don't get
Yeah.
thank yous, do we? We're
No,
just
you don't get
expected to be
thanks.
here. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta show up. All right, that's a wrap. Let's stay on for a second though. I'm gonna log off. All right, bye, people.
Peace.